4th, 5th of July? 5th of July? Whoa, everybody, it's Awestruck Podcast, 5th of July show. Hot one in Philadelphia. Doing it again, doing it more.
Mark, I think our 150th show is more important than America's 250th show. 250th season
I think
of
so.
America really kind of let down. I don't know. We'll talk about it when I get to my Twitter.
Pretty bummer.
My Twitter X. Yeah, it's not as big as it was. The bicentennial was such a bigger event. The centennial was a bigger event. We got Statue of Liberty. The 150th anniversary of America, Philadelphia built like a city outside of Philadelphia that people could come to.
And
Crazy
do
stuff.
drugs. And do
And
drugs in Kensington? They built Kensington?
they built Kensington.
And then everyone just now it's a
And
zombie
that's where
apocalypse.
that's where my dad is from. Good
Oh,
job, Mark.
jeez.
Way to bring us down, dude. Those are my
Hey,
people.
everybody.
Those are my
We did
people.
We did it again. Those are Rob's people, everybody. You can go. I'm pretty sure there's still a live stream. You can watch, I think, a corner of Kensington. I'm pretty sure on YouTube you can just watch it and watch people walk around like zombies and deal drugs and just this right on camera. Good times, everybody. But let's jump into the news. We got a brief amount of news. Got some good shopping. Good 4th of July shopping going on here. Here is the news of the week. Erik Larsen, news of the week, good and bad. Here's the good Larsen news. And then we'll get into the weird bad Larsen news. And if it to me, does it tarnish his legacy a little? I think so. So anyway, so let's go. Let me jump back here a little bit, but this is the one of the many Amazing Spider-Man 100. This is on his FB
1,000.
1000.
Yeah, man.
There's the initial squiggly sketch, and he's drawing traditionally. This is traditional.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it might even be twice up because he does enjoy
Two up.
drawing twice up.
Whoa, two up. The inked original art. This is his first pass at coloring. Got a little. Oh, there we go. Wouldn't
What?
be a
What
show
happened?
without this. Wouldn't be a show without. It's pretty early, and I'm on VPN.
It's
Just
always the
kicks me in.
VPN.
That's it. Let's go, Mark
What am
Leon.
I
One,
supposed to
two,
say, Mark?
three.
Mark Leone, 1, 2, 3.
I cut all this out.
Because I'm right.
No, that's my email. You know. Let's see. Let's get back to it. We can do it. You can do it, everybody. Let me get back to. How do I get to the other color? There we go. All right, there it is. All right, my first pass at coloring and dressing room colors is his preferred cover, but the editor balked at the altered costume colors. What altered? Is it more because this is like more
Yeah,
orange?
because it's not like Spider-Man blue and Spider-Man red. I almost feel like they're special colors. Like, you know how Superman has to have Superman blue?
Yeah.
Spider-Man probably has to have Spider-Man. And he
Well,
does
he
do
should
that
have
later on.
colored this though. He should have colored that close to that. You know.
It's still
He,
a neat, like, you can change Spider-Man inside, but you can't change Spider-Man on the cover. That's what I'm getting the feel for.
okay, so this is technically standard colors. Yeah, I don't like.
Yeah,
Then I like that less because I like the muted. I like the muted. I like that more.
that looks neat.
More. That's. I think this one. I think his colors are my favorite. I think that's the best one. That's my favorite one. And this is the one. All
That
right, so
almost made it.
right. This is still the faded red, but then he also like took the colors either out or changed that, right? In the yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
And that's
so,
and that's a Ditko corner box.
yeah. Because
Right. That's not him redrawing a Ditko corner box. That's just straight up Ditko corner
can't
box.
can't tell you for sure, but
Yeah.
looks like a Ditko corner box. He does do a
Ditko
mean-ass
corner
Ditko.
box.
I've seen him draw Ditko, and it's pretty great.
Well, what's funny, I guess there's a couple things here. Number
This
one,
this is a I like this one just because it's so 90s.
that's your favorite one.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It's hard to say what's your favorite one because they're all just slightly different, but this is just super traditional
Trad mom.
Trad Mom.
Um, yeah, like well, the city in the round like this is done a lot, right? That's done. There's a Batman, there's a Brayfogle Batman that I like. They're like the Punisher one. There's a Casada Punisher one with Al Williamson ink where he's jumping down up to X them in. X them in. I'm trying to think of a couple other ones, but um Yeah, see, this is like almost like a black light, I think that might be my favorite one. Might be the same one. Now I'm just conf now I'm confused. Now I don't know if I'm in the right ones or looking at different ones. So it is interesting that on his Facebook page, public figure, right? CFO and image, right?
Hmm?
Former artist Eclipse, AC, DC, Marvel, San Francisco, married, SavageDragon.com. But no Savage Dragon up in the thing. So I guess a couple things. It's weird that this is coming out kind of the same week that he had a relatively controversial. So this is the good Erik Larsen. This is the Erik Larsen that we like.
Right.
Um,
Doing the
you know,
covers, doing the retro, doing making comic covers look like they should look.
yeah. So but you're like more diehard. To me, like I haven't read Savage Dragon 100 issues. I think probably somewhere in that area. But I feel like when I've checked in here and there, there's a lot of how do I say this? Sperm. There's a lot of sperm everywhere. And I think it turned into like a weird adult book. There's a lot of like almost there's just like gratuitous
It's
sex and
it's it's strange because like he'll do the regular issue, they're fighting monsters, fighting creatures, Jack Kirby, Ditko, weird. There's all sorts of neat stuff in the book, and then it turns like European. All of a sudden, you're getting a little meta allant.
yeah, I don't know what that's about. I don't know if he
You know, it
just
is.
like
He's a 60-some-year-old dude, and it's just like it's making him laugh or it's making him, it's just like, listen, we could take blood, we could take guts. Like in Europe, they don't want to see the blood and the guts, but they're okay with the sex stuff. But here in America, we're the opposite. We
right.
can handle blood, guts, people ripping out spines. That's gross in most of the world, Mark.
Yeah.
But we can't handle a little jizz.
I mean, maybe you can. I'm good, you know. I mean, I like that my private areas. I don't know my private areas.
You were raised Catholic, Mark. I get it. That's a sin.
Right.
It's a
I
sin
know,
to
I
to
just it,
spill
it's
to
just
spill
it's
your
just
seed on the ground.
distracting.
Isn't that a
Right,
Catholic
but
thing? Don't spill it all, and you don't like that because Larson's spilling the seed all over the
I don't
ground.
know. I just don't know. It's not doing any, like to me, I'm not going to get to it. You know
You're
what's
not
funny is that like,
you're not supposed to
so
get like
it's like
it's
the
not supposed to
opposite of
excite you. It's
Cerebus,
like
right?
supposed to be like funny. It's supposed to be like kind of funny.
I don't know. It's gross. It's to me, it turns me off. It's out. I'm out. Like it just, there's no need to see like
Oh,
three
I'm not
guys
saying
on one girl at the end of like a comic book that anyone could
mm,
pick up off the shelf. You know what I mean? Like without it being I'm not really for censorship to a certain level, but kinda. You know what I mean? Like there's just no. Okay, so here's an example. So I'll Liefeld it for you, right? Because I'll translate it to Liefeld.
thanks.
Is
I need
the
that.
is the Bloodshot number two with like his big penis and like is that a better comic book than like a different any other Youngblood? Any other? To me, it was distracting, and I'm like, what is this in here for? Like it's stupid. Like it didn't add anything.
It doesn't, and that's the thing with the Larson stuff. It doesn't really add it for me. It's just I'm not going to argue what these guys want to do to create. Is it the best Dragon or Bloodstrike books ever? No, they're not. And it's I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to be funny, and I never really like loved that stuff to begin with. It was cool when you're 13 and Lobo's doing
Right.
crazy stuff, but it was still like the hinted. The idea of things like hinted sometimes is better than actually just showing it.
Mhm. Yep.
I mean, in
Yep.
that Larson, that pinup, since we're spoiling the end of the issue, like nothing. You can't really see anything. It's not like there's nothing
Yeah,
showing.
it's just I don't know if what I don't know what story it's progressing is what I'm saying. It's not progressing Dragon Junior story. I guess that's the whole thing. I'm a
Dragon
Dragon One guy.
Dragon
I'm a
Junior
Dragon One guy.
lives in San Francisco, so who knows? And that's the thing. Like we don't even know if it's that
He lives in San
character
Francisco. Eric
who you
Larson's at San Francisco. Maybe that's what's going on with him. Maybe he likes to be a
maybe
cuck or
it's a
something.
little polyamory thing going on. I don't know. It's poly couple, poly Q. I don't know. I've heard these
Yeah,
words recently. Let me throw
I
all
don't
these
know.
words I've heard at you.
That's okay. I'm good. So, all right, here's some other covers. I kind of want to hang on it. I'm not hanging on it. We'll get back to some Larson stuff in a little bit.
You
We'll
know
go
who is
back to
hanging
it.
on it?
I do know who's hanging on it, unfortunately. Can't get now I can't erase that from my brain. So anyway, here's that's a very Andrew Garfield Spider-Man there,
That is a very Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
Very Andrew Garfield. But not so much whatever that other guy was who didn't Dane DeHaan. Dane
I
DeHaan career did not go anywhere. It forgot to go
I
somewhere.
I hate. I hope that cover actually doesn't have like those story titles on the cover because that looks like garbage.
No, I think it's just the ad.
I hope so.
I think they're just doing. they should. I do like that the backups have their own cover. I think that's pretty cool because like that's
I
good. There's going
agree.
to be a Marcos Martin cover yet that we've yet to see. I think that's pretty good. So this is the final, right? That's the final, I think.
Yes. Which uh
So they did go muted, but they probably went muted because it's because he put the background stars in there. I wonder how he did that. I wonder if that was
actually no, I don't think that's the final one.
that's
Oh,
not the
maybe it
final
is.
one. I don't know.
I think the final
That
one
may be the final one.
I think the final one
I don't know.
put it
Here's your.
I'll put it in the chat for you.
All right, we're gonna go to the chat in a couple
I
minutes.
think the final one just happens to pop a little bit more than that one.
I don't like that they have like to me this is the John Watts Spider-Man. I feel like if they're doing a new trilogy, they need to not do this like graffiti type of like cut up thing. It was a scrapbook. It was a high
This
school yearbook scrapbook.
this looks like a cover for Ian Harker's Doppelganger.
Yeah, it's not. It's just not. I just no, it's worse than that. I think he did a better job at something like this. Doppelganger too. Like you know what I mean? I think this is like so basic. You know, I think it's better than that. So I asked you, I did it wrong. I did it wrong. Last
Yes.
night I texted you. I was like, hey, find me the best Larson art, your favorite Larson image. And this is my favorite Larson image. And I feel like I stared at this. I feel like if I ever got a tattoo, this was going to be the tattoo that I got. I mean, they would have to kind of, push it out a little bit more. And then I kind of go through this issue. I was like, all right, this, and then I kind of broke my own rule. But when I asked you this morning, I said, hey, did you grab your art, grab that dick? And then you were like, I did, but it was the wrong thing. You were
I
grabbing the one of the
I
one.
thought you meant
I misunderstood.
yeah, I
Yeah.
misunderstood. I thought you meant which of the covers that he did has the best colors out of the new Amazing Spider-Man 1000s.
Right. So
But
1991, I'm 14. Like this is like the ultimate. You know what I mean? Like this is the ultimate. And again, it maybe he's going for that because there's a city wrapped around it. You know what I mean? With the stars. Like it's very, very, very similar in this, but it also has years of Ditko stuff coming at him.
yes,
Get all the Ditko stuff coming at him.
this
Like
is
more of the
so
study.
it's the Ditko stuff. It's a perfect mashup. This cover, this image that you not a cover, this image that you chose is the perfect mashup of everything Ditko got right and everything 90s Spider-Man artist got right. Because you can see this is Larson, McFarlane, Jim Lee. He's bringing everything into this. You know, the inks are very Scott Williams-ish in some parts, and then very Larson and other. The lighting's incredible. Gregory
Yeah,
Wright
Gregory.
coloring.
Yeah,
Gregory Wright's awesome.
that's
By the way,
yeah.
Gregory Wright, wish me a happy birthday. I'm like, yes. Now we got to
Well,
interview him.
yeah, we did need to interview him. I got questions. Got questions. How
He
much of that
knows a lot,
Punisher is
dude.
around? Yeah.
He
And
knows a
you
lot.
heard him on what? So this is the issue. This issue is pretty ultimate for me because again, did we have 14 issues? We had 14 issues full of McFarlane, correct?
Right, correct.
Then we have this. Then we have the last issue of McFarlane, which is the Sideways issue, which is not that great of an issue in my opinion.
It's not the best way to go out. Correct.
But this, I just grabbed a couple images from this. This is basically a dragoness character that he's fighting there. But just the energy of this Spider-Man, this I felt like was a little bit more. Whoop. Um, I just kind of just screenshot every bit of Spider-Man, but the power of this feels like more because this is the first time he's inking himself in a book. It was all Randy Emberlin, or he never inked himself in Amazing at all. Macklin,
Correct. Yeah,
Mike
correct. Yeah.
Macklin. There was what's the trifecta? He had three or four. Randy Emberlin was the main, pretty much the main. Mike Macklin.
Yeah.
But this is the first time he's inking himself.
This comic, Milligan called me up. He goes, Rob, Larson drew this issue of Spider-Man. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? This is the infamous Spider-Man 15 was supposed to be the infamous Spider-Man, Impossible Man, Toxic Avenger, Nightcat,
Oh, I got to
funny,
find the ad for that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right.
funny issue of Spider-Man that like we knew Todd McFarlane's sense of humor is not funny.
Hmm.
He's not
Yes.
funny.
No.
Um, so I can only imagine the train wreck that issue would have been. But we get this instead. And Milligan's like, Rob, this is the best Larson I've ever seen. He goes, actually, I like it better than McFarlane. I'm like, no way. And when I got it, I'm like, I don't disagree. This is the best Larson we've ever seen. This story's really good. This issue is written better than all of McFarlane's other issues. He
Yeah.
does more in one issue than McFarlane does in like all five issues of Torment or Perceptions.
Perceptions, and then
And
whatever the hell the Ghost Rider 2 issue was, which was
right,
whatever. You know,
I like McFarlane's 2 issue stories better than his 5 issue stories.
I like this, man. That's so fucking
It's just
powerful.
great. This whole issue is filled with great Spider-Man poses.
Yeah.
So if you go to the chat, which I don't know if you can, that's where we get to my Spider-Man stuff. I threw a
Yep.
couple things in here, which funny enough, Mark. Funny enough,
Hilariously enough, I don't remember
back.
this.
I know you don't. This was a Marvel Age for Spider-Man's 30th anniversary. 30th mark, not 60th like we're in now. The
Oh,
original art exists, so Marvel could easily make this a cover. But yeah, most people haven't seen this, and it's really good. He put a lot of work into this. Plus, it's like gets the Erik Larsen draw Green Goblin. Up to that point, you hadn't seen him draw him, and it's a
right,
good Spider-Man drawing. And it's probably an early Larsen inking himself on a Spider-Man drawing.
right. Yeah, and I mean it's pretty much encompassing Larson's like Amazing Spider-Man career because that's his Doc Ock costume.
Mm-hmm.
Flash, and I guess that's Black Cat back there, and
Yes.
Punisher in the background back there. It's all squiggly. Yeah, the original art's interesting. Look at this here. Yeah, because we have, let me see. This was in what? This was in a Marvel Age.
Yeah, it's in a Marvel Age.
Okay, so you might be able to download because I think they digitized some Marvel Age when they put it on they put on the app. They made an omnibus of Marvel Age, which I think is kind of funny.
Yeah, but they didn't get up
You
to
couldn't give away Marvel Age for like a long time. You couldn't give it away. Like they
now.
were just in dollar boxes like period.
See,
And
the same
now,
with Inside Image. But guess what? You put an Inside Image up on eBay, boom, it sells.
yeah.
Marvel Age, same thing. So when you said picture, what's a favorite page of yours? Oddly, I went to Spider-Man 15, just like you. This
Yeah.
is a really good page. I actually went for Amazing Spider-Man 350, but I couldn't find my best copy. Where Amazing Spider-Man 350 is an awesome issue where Spider-Man fights Doctor Doom, and
Mm.
then at the end you get like eight pinups inked by Joe Sinnott and
John
the
Romita
one
Sr.
John Romita Sr. They're really great, and one of them is split down the middle Spider-Man uh, black costume by McFarlane, which was going on in Spider-Man 13,
Mm.
and Larson Spider-Man. And it's a really good image. Uh, Sadly, lost to a house fire. And this page here, someone happened to buy it from Larson. Like as soon as this book was published, or no, the book wasn't even published yet. Somebody bought this page off Larson. This is the only page that exists from Spider-Man 15. The
Mm.
rest of it burned up in his house in the big Oakland fire back in '91. So that's it. That's it from this issue.
It's funny how this prints like, like this looks it's so weird to see this like just Sharpie. You know what I mean? He's like,
Yeah.
oh, this like it was probably a skinnier leg there, and he's like, oh, I gotta put this in. But I mean, it's definitely delineated. I mean, it's really cool, like the way that looks. That's really fun. And there's, I guess, the original there. Corner
Nope.
box,
Nope. This
baby.
is a redrawing of it. Someone
Oh,
commissioned him to redraw the cover because the original cover's been lost. It
mm,
was Kirkman. Because you because the commission like this is thousands of dollars.
yeah, I'm sure.
So Kirkman's like, I want this cover. Larson's like, I don't have it. Can you redo it? Yeah. And you know what? Fooled you. You didn't,
Fooled
you know what I mean?
me. I've been
Fooled you, Mark.
fooled again. Like you get foiled again all the time.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to X in like a big. I'll have to just put it in and out. You know what I mean? Put the one over it and see. That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy because I thought that was it. So it's even, yeah. I even put the 1991 up there. Good job.
Good job, Larson. Larson cares. This is my shirt. I had when I was like 15 years old.
That's
It's
from
one of those crazy.
23. Yeah, but what is that's not from that issue.
No, no, it's not from that issue. It's just I thought it'd be funny to show you that I wore this shirt in high school. Dude, I wore my comic on my sleeve. I didn't hide it. I didn't have to hide it.
Yeah, you love it. You
I
did
do.
it. Yeah, I mean it's funny that we picked it. I was hoping I thought it would be interesting that if I asked you, would you pick the same issue? Like would you pick the same like that same era? Because again, that's right before he essentially is kind of because even there he's kind of playing around with like that character in there is a Savage Dragon character. The woman he's fighting is basically a
Yes.
Savage Dragon
Yeah.
character. Not that different than when Liefeld had like who was the like who were the couple characters? I mean, Cougar was almost an X Force. They were all Youngblood characters basically that
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
fighting.
I mean, Farrell
A
is a
couple of them
take on
stayed.
another character. he had in Youngblood. No, you're right. And for me, Larson, peak Larson to me is Spider-Man 15 through Dragon 3. That's like my
Mm,
favorite Larson stuff. Stuff before it's really
right.
good. Stuff after it's really good. But like that is like my favorite Larson run.
Yeah, it's funny that he was experimenting then because I think the posters that he had were they all colored by himself? He colored those posters,
I believe so.
a couple of them, if not all of them. So that's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting that he was experimenting with color now, and now he's pretty fluent. I guess he's coloring in Photoshop here. So
But he doesn't color his
um,
own comic, which is hilarious.
right. Well, that's a lot. It's he
No, it's a lot. No, if you he wants to do it for fun. That's why he went back and colored his old Megaton stories in like a weird 80s bad coloring style. He loves taking old Ditko stuff. He has this Kirby Ditko Spider-Man that he colored, and it just looks like it's terribly colored, but it looks like it would have been colored in the 1960s.
right. Yeah, we're big fans of the of like the retro coloring that they can emulate and like almost cross cut. You know. um, like offset print it and stuff, kind of
Yeah,
make it wrong. You make it a little bit wrong. That's good. So I thought more San Diego stuff would be out. This was some of the Ghost Machine exclusives, which I thought were pretty good. This ash can, what's 186 though? I guess is that part of something in the universe for Ghost Machine? So Ghost Machine, so Image slash Ghost Machine is doing a Ghost Machine 2026 ash can, four editions, strictly limited to 186 copies. So four times
wow.
186? Confusing. I don't know what 186 is. I'm not too sure. It's 40 pages. Five Ghosts by Brad Meltzer, Jeff Johns, Gene Ha. The Soulless, a Hyde Street Story by Lamont McGee. It sounds like a fake name. Francis
Yeah,
Portella, Rook Warden's Dire Wolf 1. Jeff Johns, Ed Bennis. So Ed Bennis, I guess, doing a one shot Radioactive Revolution crossover between Geiger Redcoat, Glow in the Dark, Geiger Funko Pop.
I would
Pretty
love
cool.
this. I do read Geiger and I like the book, but I don't like obsess about it. And
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
this is really close to me getting a pop. I'm not. I don't own a pop. I'm
Mm,
very proud of that fact. I own two very small Superman pops from the movie. That was a birthday present for Brian, but they're
mm.
not real pops. They're like minis. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Are they the ones like there's some ones that are pretty cool where they have like a shop or something? Is that one of those where it has like a little baby Fortress of Solitude or something?
Yes, that's exactly it, Mark. It's the Baby Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's cool. Those are
This is
pretty
great.
crazy.
This is the only. That's like the only pop I have.
Yeah, I like those. Those are neat.
And
Again,
what's cool about that is it comes with a little pop in it. It's like here's the Fortress of
right,
Solitude, and here's the mini pop in the mini pop packaging.
right. I'm still
So
curious if they're gonna just keep going or not. I'm not. I don't know. You know what I mean? I feel like every time I read about them, they lose more money.
they
So
expanded it and got huge, and they got these huge store you can
like
go to.
stores.
But at
Yeah,
some point, I'm like, maybe you shouldn't be as big as you. Like once you start making a lot of money, there's a point you can only grow so far before you're like the Tide Beanie Babies. At some point, you got to
right.
kind of shrink back down again and just make. I don't, and yeah, I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm no pop expert.
You're a pop expert. Here's Titans show exclusives. Some pretty interesting stuff. There's your J.H. Williams third. I don't know why he really just he's done a couple covers. I think he needs to do like a Solomon Kane like one shot or something like that. That's incredible. That's incredible. They came back. I guess Hewlett and Martin are doing Tank Girl again. They have a Tank Girl like one shot that's coming out. And then this is like another. I think this might be the same one. I think that's kind of crazy.
Ooh man, that
But I like
sucks.
that I only like Tank Girl when it's them two together. The Hewlett needs to be in there. Everything I've ever read when Dark Horse did it, I'm trying to think who. I think Philip Bond did it, which kind of is close.
We like Philip
Uh,
Bond a lot.
yeah, it's close, but it never. But that the Hewlett stuff was just incredible. Like that first six or seven. I'm trying to think who had that trade. I had a Tank Girl trade. It was all early Tank Girl stuff. And it was fantastic. There's your Panosian Red. I saw people unboxing this on, X-Men 97's out first three episodes, that X-Force intro. Everybody's seen it. It's great.
Yeah,
But I looked
a lot of
this up
fun.
because I was trying to see if there was a cable. I don't think there's a Dave's Hot Chicken around here, you know?
There's there's one in Sicklerville. It's pretty good. They got bought by Subway though, so it's like I think the
It's
quality's
over.
going to go down. Yeah,
It's
no.
going to be over. But yeah, I know they have a Spider-Man there's a pretty good. I mean, the Spider-Man box looks pretty good. There's a Spider-Man from Little Caesars. I don't care about KFC, but Supergirl KFC meal. I don't know what that could be. Dave's Hot Chicken. Do you think when you open the Supergirl KFC meal, does like the middle, does the really slow cover of the middle play
Oh yeah.
at Jimmy Heat World? Like that, everyone
Did you
hates
see?
that, dude.
Did you see
Everyone
somebody put
hates it.
that in the Darth Vader scene in Rogue One?
No. But wait, so like I didn't see Supergirl. That's the scene where she's out in like the open and then and does half it's half Zack Snyder slow-mo where she
Yes.
beats people up, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
And they play that where
They play
they
that.
could have played Call Me. Could have played any number of songs. You know, not I'm Just a Girl. They already I'm Just a Girl basically was that was the Captain Marvel, which was fine. You know, but that fit because that was in the 90s and that made sense.
Yes.
But if there was anything that just felt like such a James Gunn insert, you know, James Gunn wore out his welcome with like his with the music. He did it great in Guardians 1, Guardians 2 is worse, Guardians 3 is worse, worse. You know what I mean? Like it's
He's
yeah,
but yet he picked the perfect songs for the Peacemaker intros.
it has to be, but Peacemaker is like just it, but it's such like it's a smaller, cheesier thing. I think he just needs to go make small, cheesy things. That's it. I think he needs to not do because the more I think about it, the more there's weird like I guess this is just a themed episode of weird older perverts. Okay, so like James Gunn is a weird older pervert, ironically fired by Disney for having like unfunny sex things on Twitter years ago that they knew about embedded, and then they were like, oh, this is back out. Someone complained about it. It's out there, so we're going to fire him. Way to go. But so I blame Kevin Feige for some of the DC missteps that they're doing here, right? But there's like an unnecessary orgy scene in the first episode of Peacemaker season 2. It just doesn't do anything. You know,
Again,
it doesn't add
your
anything.
your Catholic
Um,
upbringing.
there's right, but then there's a like they have a child of human trafficking plot line for in the new Supergirl movie. Is this correct?
Yeah.
You could have anything. You could have smuggling. You could have spice running. You know what I mean? You could any number of things. Any number of things. So I don't know if there's a weird thing perversion. I don't know. I
Well,
don't
it
know.
doesn't promote it, Mark. It's not like yay
It doesn't
for
need to be in,
trafficking.
but yeah, but you're taking your. You even said last
But
week
it,
you're like, oh, if I took a little girl to see it, and you have to explain what sex trafficking is on the way home. You know what I mean? It just see,
you
and
know,
then
they don't really call it that. They call them like, oh, they're the brides. You know, they're all being
I
stolen.
don't know.
And
I don't
you
know
know
why you're
what?
defending this movie. Don't defend this movie.
I'm
You didn't
defending
make
the
it.
point that like, no, I would tell my kid. Well, first off, I wouldn't take a young girl to see that movie. A
Yeah, why
teenage
would you
girl,
want to take
yeah.
why would take a young girl to see a superhero movie about a girl who looks like she's 10 years old?
Because you
Like,
in the
why would you
trailer,
do that?
you know that trailer's PG-13. It's not PJ.
Yeah, I
You
don't
gotta
know,
know.
man.
You gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them.
Uh,
No, but it's a real concern because how often do you have to tell your girls, hey, you got to look both ways. Hey, you see a dude, you got to be aware. You got to train your
right. No
girls to
vans. Run away from
not be
vans.
trafficked. Yeah, no vans,
Right.
you know, no
Unmarked white
puppies.
vans. These all look pretty good. I like all the costume design because I like that we're embracing and just to do a quick recap of that, I like we're embracing so many different 90s concepts. It just reminds me of like how many ideas there were at that time. There was a Scotty's Son miniseries, and
Hmm.
you know, like you just had all this
Right.
stuff.
The Rise of Apocalypse, Adam Polina series.
Yeah,
The
man. Like you just have so much stuff, and like I just feel like now I heard something about that DNX crossover. So apparently this it was supposed to be it was originally set up as an X-Men Jed McKay X-Men Avengers crossover. And then, you know, Jed McKay got fired off Avengers because you can't have more than 20, 30 issues. You gotta fire it. You gotta fire
sure,
him.
sure,
And then you gotta and his run arguably you stayed longer than I did. I stayed for the first two storylines. I
I
think you
stayed
went
till the
for
end and I liked
yeah,
it. I
it's
think Jim
good
McKay's a really good writer. He's one of
enough.
Marvel's
Yeah.
better writers.
Yeah, it's good. It's good enough. But
He's
like,
Marvel's Jeremy Adams.
yeah, that's about right. That's about right. So, but that it was supposed to be, but then they were just like, well, just make it Fantastic Four. We still have Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four is kind of in the zeitgeist, even though they keep putting out these movie one shots of a movie that didn't do very well, or the Shia LaBeouf one shots, like the boringest thing ever. You know, so that was the one review I read about it. It's like it's like the worst boring
So
thing ever.
is this
It's
it? Is
late.
it just gonna be these four toys?
I imagine there would be a second wave. Like I immediately went to eBay. All of these are 30, 40 bucks on eBay. Um,
What?
Yeah, all these are 30, $40. Every single one. Every single one. And I just wanted a cable one. I was curious if the
I
cable one
I
would be.
100% want a cable one.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. Speaking of this, Jeremy Adams, maybe this, I didn't really think about that until you said it, but if Jeff Lemire is off JSA, so to me, this kind of sucks because he never started. I feel like the way this JSA run started, he started as if he already wrote it for 12 issues. And then issue one felt like we were two storylines deep.
But
And then it
but
went
we like
backwards
that. We like that.
sometimes. I think for JSA, it needs I think I needed a little bit more. I don't know what I needed. I'm not too sure. Like to me, like there wasn't anything. I think the way that James Robinson and I think it was David Gore that I think Jeff Johns
It
was
was
immediately on it, right? Jeff Johns was on
within
it pretty
the first,
quickly,
yeah, within like 8 issues or something like that.
right? So, but I feel like that what Robinson did, he just had kind of the perfect marriage of doing like the times past storylines and just kind of pulling everyone together.
Yeah,
That book's kind of a
yeah.
miracle.
We
That
we
JSA book's
wanted
kind of a miracle.
we
It's
wanted
good for
James
like
Robinson.
80 issues, right? Like
Yes, that whole
it's solid for like 80. I don't know if it was the whole run, but I don't remember.
well, yeah, it peaks when you got like the Black Adam stuff and the Hulk, and he fixes Hawkman. It
Yeah,
all just it works really good. Volume two, when it just becomes JSA, because or no, it was become, it was
Justice
JSA,
Society of
and then
America.
it becomes Justice Society, and Justice Society is good, but it doesn't reach the heights that JSA reached. Still good.
Right. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird how many reboots. Even JLA, even after Morrison when it went to like Jeff Johns and then like yeah, on over the weekend I got our 50 cents. There was I forgot that there was like a Justice League of America that David Finch drew. He was either after Absolute Evil or something. It was like this
Oh
team
yeah,
sucks, and that didn't last
yeah.
very long.
Didn't it have
Like
like
it's
50
weird.
covers because it was like every state got a cover.
Every state
They
got
put
it.
like,
Yeah.
hey, did
Yikes.
you know? I'm gonna put this on my Twitter. You know, I gotta find it. The first design for Stormwatch, Jim Lee Stormwatch, they all had flags on their faces, like masks, like of flags of their
Oh
countries.
boy.
I'm like, that's terrible. I gotta find that.
Yeah. Yeah, we need that. So yeah, Jeff Lemire said in an AMA that he's out. He's out. So I'd be curious on who should be doing that. But you know, you would think it would be like a dream job because he was doing JSA and Black Hammer, kind of like, and then so I don't, I don't know, I don't know. I mean, he needs to
Uh,
probably just do his own thing. I
that's
need more
24
Canadian
issues.
hockey Lemire
24
Lemire. You
issues
know what I'm
is a
saying?
lot. Yeah,
I
but like
guess.
we said, we hope that it's Jeremy Adams because he's already writes a good Golden Age Flash. It's Jeremy Adams or Sheridan would be okay.
Nah, sure, it's boring.
I know.
DNX. This is what I'm saying. Yeah. So this
Okay.
is so the DNX. But I just think it's funny. But I do like when you look at this, it's actually kind of not too big, which is nice. Is what she said. You know, if
Yeah, it's 3 comics. That's not bad.
right, that's not bad. Then you don't have like seven side miniseries and things like that. I just think that like I don't know. I don't know if I care about this.
What was that? Was that
I
a
think okay. Do you know about this thing? I don't know. I feel like they had a price on this thing. So there's going to be a Dark Knight Returns Felix comic art book for charity or something like that they're going to have, and they're going to sell it at San Diego Comic Con. And it's the first volume. It's not that different than the Brigade #1, than the Prophet #1
oh
reimagined, or
right the
they did
remaster?
it for Giant Size X-Men. They did it for one of the Cap issues, I believe,
Uh-huh.
too. Um, Now here's the thing. Here's my quibble with it. Okay. The biggest guy in comics right now basically is Elmer, New Jersey's own Nick Dragotta. Correct. Okay.
Right.
And I feel like if he's going to be the guy that you're going to kind of hang the hat on, this is the most exciting project, and this is the guy. This is #1. There he is. Nick, Ryan, Joel Jones, Tommy Lee Edwards, Danny Warren Johnson. Probably in order it should be Nick, Danny Warren Johnson, Ryan Otley, and then whoever else, right?
Right.
Now it's all the Felix comic creator people. Okay, so it's all people that are represented by. Okay, we have a
Hmm.
list here. Okay, Nick Klein, awesome. Moritat. Okay, Wes Craig, Fabio Moon, Troy Nixie. Just kind of looking through John McCrae.
Yeah,
You got a
Mike
ton of people.
Allred.
Ryan
That's
Sook,
funny.
51, 50. I guess it's 40. John Paul Leon, but I'm not sure how that is. He's dead. He's dead. So I'm not sure how he's page 49. I'm not really sure. But here's the thing. This is my issue. They Someone has it, and you can go on YouTube and watch it. they just do like a flip through pretty quickly. And Bleeding Cool did kind of what I did. He just kind of took a bunch of pictures of them, like as it was going. But you have to have the rules right. And if you're going to go with Nick Dragotta does this as the page 27. This is page 27. This is page 27, right? Here we go. If you're going to reimagine it, you have to then 47 pages should be reimagined. 47. And from what I could tell, everyone else is not, they're all doing it exact. Okay? Here's your Danny Earls. Danny Earls. Boom. One for one. Okay?
Hmm.
All these look like one for one to me. They all look like one for one. So you have, but you're going to give Nick Dragotta the license to make it different if you want, right? Sure, why not? I mean, like,
I,
I don't know if I want to see a 1-to-1. I think I would like to see
I like to
it
see
a
from a
little bit
different
different,
angle. Yeah, like I like the
right?
idea. Like
Like
this, you're seeing him.
Profit was slightly different.
Yeah.
Even the Panosian page, Panosian's doing Panosian, and Panosian did a different Panosian than original Panosian, right?
Yes.
Does that make any sense at all?
That makes. I follow. I do follow.
Right. I have to exit in the Panosian, Panosian.
Oh, look at that!
Um,
I see. Yeah, it's cool. It's really close.
right. So like,
I mean,
but I mean,
it's a nice looking
is it
page, but like it's
interesting?
pointless.
Yeah, I don't know if it's interesting. I'm not sure if it's interesting. So, but every single one I'm looking at, they seem to be 1-to-1, 1-to-1, right? I just don't know if it's interesting. Like if you told me, like when I saw the smaller thumbnail, I didn't know who did this. So that's one of the biggest pages, right? So you're gonna give it to Alred. Okay, got it. But I wouldn't have given this to Alred. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have picked this
I would
one.
have given it to Daniel Warren Johnson
Yeah, I would
because
have given it to anybody else. I would have given it. I think Klaus Jansen's represented by Felix, unless that's essential sequential. That may be essential. So it's in. You know what they should do? Essential should also put this out. You know what I mean? Essential sequential should also put this out. So they have their artists do 50 pages, or they do number
do
two or
do
three.
number two.
Yeah, do number two. Like so, I
I
don't know.
mean,
Maybe they will.
where you win is
You
doing
know?
number four. Number four is like
Right, right.
that's got
So
some
I
pages in it.
just don't know, but like what was the assign what were the notes on it, right? So you can see that the chin is down. I just think it's weird. So let's go back to this here. Right? Let me go back.
All right.
I don't know if anyone else is going to cover this like this. Awestruck Comics exclusive commentary. I'm just saying like this, if you're going to do a reimagining, then do the reimagining. Okay, that's not the same as this. But it seems to be the only one that's like that. The only one. If you're going to do it up. I would say that this is more interesting. Do this. And there's no one really on the forefront doing as much for comic book storytelling. Well, I would say for the promotion of this, it's a somewhat fearless take. He's doing what he's doing. He's not thinking about the audience. The audience is going, well, that's interesting.
You
The
know,
audience is reacting to this,
I wonder what Otley's going to do because he's a guy who likes to think outside of the box, the
Right.
panel box.
The panel box. I didn't go through and find his page, but I'm pretty sure
Or
it's done. Like it's done. That's also kind of crazy. It's completely done, and they're going to print it. And I guess it's this. It's a grayscale, a gray tone or whatever, or like gray coloring. So again, don't know if I want this. Don't know if I want this. This was a morning story that I grabbed. Um, I don't care about Tomb Raider, but I also think it's really weird that this is the cover that they chose. That's not from what I remember. I don't think that's Alina Casagrande drawing this. She's so much better than this artist. And also that's a Paul Pelletier, which is fine, but it just looks like Randy
yeah,
Queen or Andy Park. It just looks like it's just to me, but I guess this would technically fit. So
I
somehow
mean
Tomb Raider is going to fit in the
they
A-Ra universe, but not the Energon universe. And she's going to
that's
join the
interesting,
Joes, maybe.
dude. I think that's awesome. That's so in line with like Refrigerator Perry joining them or Rocky. Like
Rocky.
even though you wish, dude. Oh, don't you wish that happened?
I want to know the story. I don't know who we could talk to on that. I got to look who edited that. Man, if Bob, maybe if Bob edited that, because I feel like Bob does podcasts. I could probably grab Bob Budiansky and be like, hey, I just need one question. I think we need to do a podcast where we call people and just ask one question. So okay, that's all we need from you. Everyone else, every other podcast is going to go over
We don't care about your
this.
history. We don't care about that. Tell us why.
Go to comic book historians for that shit. Go to Dollar Bin Bandits.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you can go to that stuff for that. Danny Fingeroth, I just have one question for you, and it's something or you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't want to talk about Sleepwalker. I don't want to talk about you know what I mean. I have one question for you. well, what happened with the Rocky thing? Okay, thanks. Bye.
You
Do
know,
you know what I mean?
Mark
Like it, like
Mark Wade, Mark Wade, obviously someone else we love to interview. He goes, yeah, I do interviews all the time, but like, give me new questions. Like, you
yeah, yeah,
give
yeah.
me two new questions I've never been asked before, I'll do an interview with you. And I'm
Right,
like,
right.
oh my God, that's so up Mark and I's
I'd
alley.
ask him about Thrill Bent. Thrill Bent, baby.
You
This
know
is
what?
kind
I
of
would ask
weird.
him. I would ask him about the flowers. You'd love that story.
Oh, I
Is it
love
true?
that story. Yeah, but he would hang up on us so fast. He's notoriously kind of a dick, so he would probably
No, but you
have
build it
his
up like
lawyer send us something and be like, "Don't you fucking print that story. Don't you tell that story.
then you ask.
I
We
just
would,
want to know the story's right. That
ask him in
story right?
person. Make sure
Okay, well,
nobody's
you're a
around,
shithead."
because sometimes that happens. No, I've called Mark Wade. Nobody's around him. Perfect
Mm.
timing. I go up to him. Boom. That's what you hit him. Say, hey, Alessi, piece of shit, right? Did you really do this? And
Yeah,
then you go,
did you when his wife died, did you give
because you've
him
told that story 100 times. Would it be great to
I think
know
it's
if you go?
crazy.
Wouldn't it be great if he's like, yeah, I didn't really do that. Like this is, like
Well, then,
some.
yeah, then debunk that. That story's out there that he gave, was it the dead bouquet of flowers to Mark Alessi when his wife died? Like, it just seems like really distasteful. It seems really horrible.
Been worse
So,
if he would have said of nudes of his wife.
well, I don't know.
That would have been even better. That's how you
No.
really get someone.
All right, here we go. Mezco, 5 points. I'm Batman set. Now, these are 3.75. I do think this is such a very specific set, and you can't do anything else with this. Look, insert Batman's hand as shown. You can do nothing with this. This is just this. Right? But I would probably keep it in the jewel box. This reminds me of a very 90s
Yeah.
uh like major release. Like you have the full window. Like don't take it out. It's like so funny. Now apparently he was supposed to not say this. I don't have the original script, but apparently that was an ad lib.
Oh no, because he goes, "I am the knight" or something, right? Isn't it
I
like
am the
something?
knight or I'm yeah, he doesn't say I'm vengeance, I'm the knight. Yeah, or something like that. You know.
Yeah. No, I'm Batman. Fucking makes this movie.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And then I
It's
was
like
looking around for other San
we're
Diego
gonna need a bigger
exclusives.
boat. That was
Right.
less an ad lib, more just an in joke amongst everyone who worked there.
Hmm. Yeah, there's a ton of Jaws lore. My dad watches Jaws on the 4th of July every year, so I know he was texting me about Jaws facts and
That's
stuff, and
because he needs inspiration for Shark Lock Bones.
that's correct.
Mark's
Yep.
dad is a children's author who's written multiple books of Shark Lock Bones.
16. It's like a lot. It's like a lot of there's a lot.
Jesus.
Um, here's your absolute yeah, so I went on the DC site because I like last year, if you remember, I really wanted to buy this hoodie, but I feel like all their merch is so expensive. So the exclusive hoodie that was at uh New York Comic Con. It was like $90, and I felt it, and I was like, this is not that good of a quality. And it was just logos. It was all just like different logos. It was just all lettering and
Yeah.
POW, and and then I didn't buy it. So I looked around to see if they had anything up, but they had a couple things. This made no sense, like to have this up. I'm not even sure where that's from, but that was
Where
like they
does
only had it framed for 110. That's not bad at $39.
where does he
I
keep
don't
the
know what
handle
the
for the
quality
axe?
is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I mean, to me, it's really something that this is so big. I hope that cartoon is good. Oh, I got a
I hope
video.
so.
I don't know if you've seen this.
Oh, I haven't seen the video. No.
Can you hear this?
Nope.
Paramount's
There we go.
Oh,
it's a true writing G.I. Joe movie. I've written one. Yes. Paramount seems fired up about it. So
Paramount.
we're shooting it next year. G.I. Joe was my thing when I was a kid. I like that more than Star Wars, more than anything. Like I love G.I. Joe. I still have all the characters, and I tried to give my G.I. Joe collection to my son, and he wasn't interested. You know who's interested? My daughter who likes robots. That's who plays with Gung Ho
It's
and
true.
Snake Eyes in the shower. So I had an idea for a Dreadnoughts movie, and I went
Dreadnoks.
pitched it.
It's a Dreadnoughts.
It's to be launched. So we can't come out with the Dreadnoughts movie. Do you have an angle for G.I. Joe proper? It's like, oh
Proper.
yeah, I have an angle for that. So Jeff Fradley and John Kachuri, who I wrote a lot of Gemstones with, we sat down and we cracked something that we really love a lot. You're following Duke and a group of other Joes, and I don't know how familiar you are with the comics. Are you?
I watched the cartoon religiously, but it's been a minute.
Yeah, there's that town in the comics, Springfield, which is a town that's secretly
Larry Hama. Give Larry Hama the money.
have some pretty interesting people lining up to be in it too. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it looks to be like it's going to be pretty fun.
You know who I
Give me.
vote? Judy Gemstone as Baroness.
Oh my
That'd
God.
be the
Give
craziest
me.
shit
Give
ever.
me. Give me Walton Goggins as a. Oh God, who could Walton Goggins play?
He could play who's above Duke? Who is General Flag?
General Flag?
Be General
General
Flag.
Flag. That'd be good.
Yeah.
He's already that character on Invincible. He's already
Yeah. Yeah.
I just forgot his name.
Wooly Gogs,
Oh,
Wooly Gogs. I don't know. I don't know if Danny McBride can be in it anywhere though. Like that's the thing is so I'm actually kind of a big fan of the third Halloween movie, the third one, which he talks about in this interview that everyone hates it. And he's like, I like that the most. I'm like, that's correct. Because the third one, the
really?
Halloween Kills, but you
Yeah.
can tell in the movie where they basically had studio notes and go, oh wait, you have to do something here. You have to kill Michael Myers. Like you have to kill him. But to me, there's a part in the movie where there's Michael Myers like wrestling with this young guy, and then the guy becomes evil. I'm like, yeah, you should just had him transfer like the insanity over to him. It's kind of what happens a little bit, but I'm just like, yeah, that should have been the end of the movie. He should have just had like a mask. He should have just been like, yeah, I'm
You
sorry, I'm the
know,
new Michael
you
Myers,
know
and
who he
then
should play. He should be this unknown character. But you always see him like kind of messing with his hands. And at the pivotal moment, he's got to save Duke. He whips out his hand and he grabs him with that kung fu grip. He's kung fu grip GI Joe. Look at his
he's
hair.
Kung Fu Grip.
Look at his beard. He is kung fu grip GI Joe.
Oh yeah, he's got this.
And
Yeah, that's
you
correct.
don't even say it. You look at that hand and it tightens and it grabs him perfectly. And then everyone in the audience goes, "That's a kung fu grip."
Wow,
There you go.
you can get
Send
story
that to me.
credit. They're gonna do that.
I should get a story credit. He should be
So
the unnamed Joe.
yeah, I mean,
Don't
I
even name
guess
him.
I would like some type of like creative on this. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I'm not super attached to G.I. Joe. I'm more attached to Transformers, but I don't
Yes.
feel like they're ever going to get Transformers right. I feel like
Ugh.
I'm not confident that they're going to. So, but there's your OG Dreadnoks. He said
Oh,
Dreadnoughts twice, which I
oh,
wasn't going to throw away,
I
but
thought this was the people showing up at the in Washington D.C. yesterday.
oh, well, that's very possible. Let's see. Ripper, Zorana, Buzzer, Road Pig, Zanzibar, Zartan, Thrasher, Nangahide, Monkey Wrench, Xandar, and Torch. Zartan. Well, did you have any
Take
of
it
these? I
to
had Zartan.
take it to Zanzibar. Yeah, it's Zartan.
Zartan rules.
I had like five GI Joes. I don't have a lot of GI Joes.
All right, transitioning into this weekend. This weekend was Sale City. Okay. Now, I find it very interesting that dollar books are still dollar books. Okay. That it's so dollar books, back then they were still dollar books, right? But like now it's like
There was
I get so much more, and now I get the markdown. Everyone knows me, so I never pay retail.
right.
I never pay the discounted. You know what I mean? Unless it was at when I went to two stores. So I went to Newcomb Comics. This is up in Lambertville. I was there, and I basically had to start the line, right? Because there was a lot of cars sitting outside in 105-degree weather at 10:30 a.m. outside of the store up in Lambertville, PA near New Hope. Got in there. Everything was 50 cents. That's Greg. That's Greg the Ghoul. He had, it was around 20,000 comics, basically. There's me. This guy ruled. This guy is actually like the media. I should have got his information. He was like the media representative. I was buying some Warlords. He was like, oh, I know Mike Grell. I'm friends. I'm his like media like liaison or something like that.
This
But
is
anyway,
this is Mark in his
um,
natural environment.
yeah. That's right.
Hey, it's
That's
funny
where I am
when you
on my
were
day
showing
off.
me that $1 in 1996 is worth 214 today. Funny enough, 1996 is probably when I lent Joe Poston
I was gonna, yep.
$175. Were you gonna say that? And now it's
I was
worth
about to say you're about to pull the Joe Poston debt. Yeah, pull the Joe Poston debt, but then you have to add like maybe 6% interest maybe for the
oh
last compounded.
so six composite interest and inflation. Oh my god, it probably goes to
Yeah,
like $400 in today money.
yeah. This is correct though. This is pretty much you could be in the store for hours. You need to come to the store with me one time, like, but everything was 50 cents. Everyone had their phones and checking their list. This guy ruled. He had like this box has got to be 30, 40 years old, and then it has like, express mail packing tape wrapped around it. Oh my Lord. Brought that thing in. Awesome. Yes. And surprisingly, look, I just want to dismiss this rumor. I was outside for a bit of Panther Comics, which was the next day, Panther slash
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein Comics, Franken Panther Comics. You would think I know a lot of people like, oh, it probably all smells, but everyone smelled fine. Everyone smelled good. But here's
Yeah,
my
yeah, there was no, and there were people standing outside in like 95-degree weather. It was fine.
yeah. I never got back outside. I stayed inside for 4 hours. I think I stayed in and went through all the boxes.
I
But
because I feel like the
um,
stuff Bill had inside might have been More of it was bagged and boarded in better condition. It's
Yep,
probably the same stuff that was outside. I mean, I found a
probably.
couple cool things, but found you a
Yeah.
book.
Me a book. It's in the honorable mentions. But here's my haul that I got from Newcomb. This was half off. So this, I think it was at first print 17.99. So I got this for like $8. Take it. Warlord Showcase. These were all like ratio variants of this for the most part. All the 1 in 10s like Ryan Sook covers.
Oh, nice.
I feel like I've never read all these together, but it was just cool to kind of grab them for 50 cents. You know, Kirby Genesis, Captain Victory. Silver Star was like a 1 in 10 Jay Lee cover. Again, just stuff that I didn't really read when it came out. This is going to be a nightmare to stock because basically I think pretty much every single issue here has to go in a different part of my collection, right? Because you got a
Oh man,
JRJR, you got a Jim Chung, you
you
got
got Ed
Adam
McGinnis, you got
Kubert,
Frank
Ed
Cho.
McGinnis.
Yeah,
Oh, it's horrible. It's all so this is so you'll never be able to read this if you came over. You're like, hey, I want to read AVX. Sorry
good
about that.
luck.
Can't do that. And I guess this is going to be part of the, not exactly, but they'll have an AVX essentially with some of the characters in the Fox universe in the beginning of Doomsday for 5 minutes, 2 minutes probably. Ton of Warlords. It's funny, I told you look for number four. Actually, I grabbed number four. I just didn't mark it off on my thing. But up there, yeah, ton of Warlords, 50 cents. I got about maybe 10, 12. Good. Wonderful, beautiful. It's so funny. I want to look at this now because I feel like when this came out, my biggest issue with the Before Watchmen lineup was like, man, Joe Kubert's inking Andy Kubert, and back then I was mad about it, right? Actually, I
Right.
feel like Joe Kubert was sick, and I don't think he finished. I think Bill Sienkiewicz went on, so maybe that was more of my issue. I think Bill Sienkiewicz did the last two issues of this thing, but I think Before Watchmen's so interesting with who did that, and if I like, but like I love this. Look how this looks. Oh my God,
Yeah.
like that looks incredible and I've never read it since. And I always see it's always on sale, kinda. I think the two books that I want to get that I feel like are not good, but I want in my collection is the Before Watchmen Omnibus. Okay,
Right.
plus because I think in the Before Watchmen Omnibus, in every single one of these, they had 1 or 2 pages, which was like Tales from the Black Freighter by John Higgins, right? And I think in there they put it all together. I think they did a one shot, a Crimson, like I think they did a Crimson Corsair one
Yes.
shot,
Yes,
if
they
I'm not
did.
mistaken.
Yeah.
So, and that puts Moloch, and then Moloch came out later, which was Eduardo Rizzo. I grabbed the Moloch issues here too, 1 and 2. But I want that, and I also want the Just Imagine Stan Lee, which is just bonkers. And
Yeah.
he may or may not have written it, from what Michael Uslan has alluded to. And that's Michael Uslan basically probably wrote it all. I don't remember this at all. So this was a Top Cow Marvel crossover, Cyberforce, Hunter Killer, Avengers, and Thunderbolts. When I was looking through it, it's like a very specific team of Thunderbolts, a very specific team of it's when Venom was in Thunderbolts, but I don't remember this like at all. Do you remember this? Did you ever read this?
You know what's funny? I don't remember.
I don't remember this at all. And I think it's like 6 issues. I only saw the first two, but again,
Because
50 cents.
I always talk about them collecting Devil's Reign because I always thought that was really good looking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I
But you
forgot
gotta
about
get
that.
Devil's Reign one half.
You
You
do.
know, who drew Devil's Reign one
But you had you
half?
had you had two Michael Turner issues in that series.
Yeah, I
Like
also have
you
like
don't.
I never even knew this was out, but I have like an anotheruniverse.com issue as well, which has like an alternate cover. I've never even seen that before. I got that in Dollar Bin.
Yes. Yeah, I got that. Or I didn't.
So here's but I'm filling in a bunch of Thors. So that was a bunch of Ron Friends Thors. I ended up getting a Ron Friends issue of the what was the Eric Larsen show, everybody? What was the Fantastic Four Marvel,
World's
the
Greatest
greatest comic
Comics.
magazine?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And a Ron Friend signature on. So I ended up grabbing that for 50 cents too. So
that's a great.
did
That's a
you
great
like
cover.
this issue? I'll go back to that for a second. Did you like this issue? Looked really great.
Yeah,
You had the
Kenneth
Kenneth Rocco
Rocaford.
Fort.
Yeah, he drew a couple issues of Lobdell's run. I really liked it.
Yeah, I'd be curious to read that as a Krypton.
Krypton.
But look at this, like, yeah, I mean, when you think about like who did what on this, and these were like the variant covers that were all kind of like bad Jim Lee drawings that we didn't like. Blah. Yeah, I
They're
think
okay.
they're all pretty bad. I
They're
think
all
they're
right.
all pretty bad. Way to go. I've never seen this before, but Myth on Earth, Legend on Mars. So it's basically Bigfoot on Mars as like Conan John Carter. I've never
Action
seen this
Action
before.
Lab. They weren't. I don't think they were too good. I think they were. I think they had trouble paying people.
Yeah, okay, as a publisher. So I got this for 50 cents. This is one or two issues after Kirby left, but you have a John Romita senior art. Okay. And Nixon, speaking of Watchmen, Nixon, everybody. Look at that. 50 cents? It was like a good copy of this, dude.
That is.
Crazy. That's a nice copy. That book is old. That book's from what? That book's from 19 ba 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 ba. Where are we? I can't even see it. 1970. 70, bro. I got most of this series. I grabbed it, I think, just because I want every like weird Lobo appearance. But when I looked through this issue, I didn't see Lobo in this issue. But I was surprised at how good these pages looked. I guess I just missed that series completely. Uh, but anyway, Dustin Nguyen and his like cool painted style. I feel like they should have done like a cartoon of that if they. I guess they didn't, but they probably should have. This was a gigantic Overstreet fan, dude. Like, look at how crazy it was. So heavy, but I think that cover is only where look at 1995, bro. Biggest press in comics. That's their first award category. That's the first award category.
I get it.
Most anatomically correct. Best continuing series, Starman. That's correct. We'll have to go through this, I think, separately, but best use of
I,
gratuitous violence, any extreme book, any extreme book, bud. There you go.
there we go.
Got this from a McDaniel. I think it's really weird the stuff that I decided. I mean, listen, during the pandemic, I just sold everything. I just sold a ton of stuff. Got rid of a lot of stuff, so that was stupid to get rid of. This was kind of fun. These were all 50 cents. I got 1 through 14. These are basically one for one reprints of like X-Men 1 to 14. All early Kirby, Paul Ryman. I feel like some of the later issues may even be. There's a Wally Wood, I believe, in there. I think there's a BWS in there too as well. Then going to the Panther comics, Panther, Frankenstein. I got this for $1. This is basically the Conan DK book. I don't know where this was. It had no price on it, but pretty fun. It had just a bunch
Hey, I always like that
of.
cover. That's a good Alex Ross
That's
cover.
a great, yeah, great Alex Ross. It was nice having it like more like smaller. I have the DK book large, but this is exclusive excerpted edition. It's hard to say. Exclusive. Never seen this book before. Basically, it's Dennis O'Neil writing this probably for some publisher, but it went through pretty much the chronology of comic strips through like all the way through Flash Gordon all the way. So this would be a kind of a fun read. Let me see who drew that cover. Joe? Probably
Looks like
Joe.
Joe.
Or Joe's school. You know what I
At the
mean?
very
This might
least,
have
Joe.
been,
Joe. It could be Joe inks over a student.
yeah, yeah.
That
Tom
Hulk is
Mandrake.
totally. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably studio. You know what I mean? That's pretty fun. We were looking through this issue. I got this for $1. This is kind of a great dollar one because again, a couple things. Number one, really good Bill Black, like pretty thorough interview where both of us are kind of fascinated by Bill Black of Americomics and how he published different things,
Yes.
reprinted a bunch of different things. I feel like way ahead of his time. I wonder if he's still alive, way ahead of his time on a lot of stuff that he was doing at that time. But seeing the Archie Goodwin enthusiasm for New Universe is fascinating. And the cool thing with Comics Interview magazine is that they just have these excerpted stuff up top, which are just really funny. There was a Joe Rubenstein one. He's like, every time I saw Dick Giordano or someone, I kiss him right in the mouth, and we're like, what is that? What is that about? Like, can I? And he's around. Joe Rubenstein lives around here, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So we
he
can see
does.
him at a con and be like, hey, can you tell me a little bit more about one question?
One
One
question.
question with Awestruck Comics podcast. We have one question for you. Thanks. And you can go to every other podcast to get all your other shit. Um, but yeah, it's like, I've come to understand it. Da, 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 da. And John Morelli, who's that? Like, there's
Is
just
that, is that, is that like the
I want to
letter of
go
Jack
through
Morelli?
this. That's where I was thinking. I was thinking Jack Morelli was like, you have all these creative people, and then you went, but who's John Morelli? Yeah, I was thinking Jack Morelli, who is
Well,
basically the
Jack,
cosmic.
Jack and John is the same name. Is that weird?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
You
I
ever
wonder
heard
if
John
that's
F.
that.
Kennedy called Jack Kennedy?
That's
Like
right.
his name's
Elliot
John.
Brown wrote some of those issues of New Universe. Like, dude, you're not a writer. Not a writer. All my
Hey,
cats.
we're all writers.
Um, yeah, Jendi Tartakovsky. Look how
Yeah, that's good.
insane.
That's a good cover.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like again, I had this, I sold this, I gotta grab. I mean, I think I only need one. I think I only need issue one. Everything else I found. There's a good pull, a dollar
Yeah, that is a good
Kirkman,
pool. EJ
EJ
Sue.
Sue, nice.
Great.
Fitting. You know what I mean? On the 4th of July, I got that for $1. I think I have that, but I'll get that again. That's fine. I'll buy that for $1. Yeah, get that milk on your. Look at you. Look at
Oh,
you.
are you sure that's not from a Larson comic?
Oh, this is Larson's. It's a Larson tinged. I looked through this. It's so funny. I opened this up. I was like, this is probably going to be like a. It's a Neil Adams Dick tease, right? So you get the Neil Adams cover, and then you open it up like every Superman, right? He drew like two Superman comic books, right? Ever, in a way. Like he's done a ton of Superman, but not. He did a
Right,
Superman
right.
ad. He does like an ad like about something or other, talking to kids, like a YMCA ad or some shit, as long as he was getting paid. But yeah, but this is an actual issue. But it does have an. I called it right though because I opened it up and Milligan was there. I was like, it's probably an Irv Novick. And I opened up I'm like, oh fuck, it is actually a Neil Adams, but there is a Robin backup by Irv Novick. So Neil Adams at the time could only really do 10, 12 pages. So I guess
And,
that's
and,
fine.
and we don't know how finished Giordano did. Giordano
That's
could have
true.
like
Now I
really improved
shall
this.
ask politely for the paper.
Yeah, look at this, dude.
Rude.
That's barely Neil Adams.
Rude. Yeah, I know. That's okay.
No, it
Eduardo
is okay.
cover. This is a great issue, dude. You remember this
I
issue? This issue is
yes,
fantastic.
dude. The
So
Supergirl stuff all around right before she died. They really try to build her up. Like there's a
the
really good
killer.
issue. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
just to kill her.
get her
There's
out of
the issue
there.
where like Superman's got to take her corpse to like the sun. That's the Elliot F. Maggin issue.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, again, like, but it's so funny. I don't think I've ever seen this in person, and it's not really a rare issue per se, but pretty great issue. Um, and it was just so funny to grab it, and then I saw it later too. I was like, holy shit, this I found two of them, but that was a better copy. Yeah, this was pretty cool. So like again, there is a short Grendel story
These
in
are
this, but
these are
the second
great.
I open this up, and I don't know, and remember, like I don't think that this is even mentioned in that
That
American Flag
omnibus,
Omnibus,
the one you were
but this
talking
is like
about
a
last
six or
week.
seven page story, like American Flag story that I don't remember reading. I'll take it. Um, Larson all around, bud.
Look at
Larson
that,
all
and
around,
it's a
and look,
similar thing. He's dropping
and
down. Yeah,
City dropping down from the city. Pretty good. There's some, and this is actually. I wonder if do you know what I'll have to think about this. This is
okay.
from that pose is in an issue when he's with Punisher. Does that sound right? There's an Amazing
Yeah,
Spider-Man one where
he's
that there's that.
he's
I'll see
done
if I can
that
find that. X that
pose.
in. I gotta X that in. I gotta
Excellent.
put it long. Doing it live. All right.
If
So
you had
let's
access
see.
to chat, I would throw something in there right now. I actually had set aside, but yeah,
Woo! Look at
look at
that.
that. I love it. I
Renegade.
wasn't thrilled with John Beatty inking it because I really, when I see Larson, I want
No,
Larson to ink it.
it says a lot
It's
of people like
it's
that. It said Larson Beatty, but I think what's on the inside? I don't know if I have the credits page.
it's no, it's still fun. His inks are fun, but they're blocky. And Larson, we
Yeah,
like the
he's doing
detail.
lines on the bottom of the foot. That's what was funny in the new one. It's very like Ralph Bakshi. I feel like the new cover is like very Ralph Bakshi with like them coming at you, and then it's like he just has like a foot, like, and then the nothing on it. You know what I mean? And that's you do what you want, you know. But a lot of foot right at you, footing right at you. Good amount of scouts there for $1. Take those.
Yeah.
I think he does the first 12 of those or so. But I did get Grimjack. I just got a Grimjack run, all of it. Tim Truman. Got some more Ron Friends, Ron Friends, Ron Friends. And then this is it. This is the last. I've looked for this issue for 20 years.
Oh my God, you
Bamford and
must
the
be
Great
so
Mouse are
thrilled.
number 4, you know? And I
Poor
feel like
Dollar.
I should, I feel like I could buy, I feel like I saw a reprint of this that IDW or somebody put a reprint of this out initially, and they had none of the original covers. And there was something else about it, like, I forget. I don't think they have chapter breaks and stuff in this thing. And these pages were not in there, something like that. I feel like that the first trade of this I saw, I didn't like the paper, didn't have any of the covers in it. And then I feel like a year or two ago, Dark Horse put out like a super version of it, which has the Chaykin like weird tales or weird worlds backups of Fat from the Grey Mouser, and this and covers and. So whoa. All right,
So
everybody. We got Rob's show and tell time, everybody. Rob's show and tell. Rob, we
this
all
is
have this.
we do have this. I
Glow in the
keep buying
dark.
this. I keep buying this, and then I'll put it up for sale, and then it'll sell, and but I'll put it up like, oh, I hope nobody buys it, and then somebody will buy it. So I bought it. I'm keeping it. This is in a this is in a Mylar bag with a clear backing board because guess what, Mark? The back glows in the dark too. all my
Oh,
comics that I'm holding on to, like all my precious little comics, Mylar bag, clear backing, which means it costs more to keep this comic than it did to actually buy this comic. And several comics
right,
that I have today, this is a
right.
dollar comic. It's a dollar comic. You can
It's a
always
dollar
find it
comic
for a dollar.
or less.
I could sell it on eBay for 3 or 4, if I cared. But like, you know what? Glow in the dark foil. Got these at the store. These weren't a dollar. This is 1 and 2 Avengers JLA.
You
I
grabbed
wasn't
a
gonna get
one.
it.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna get it, and then I got it. So I
you
love it.
did it.
It's Superman.
You
I'm
might as
sticking with the.
well. They're
I'm
actually what
sticking with.
I like about these. They're not more. They're like a dollar more expensive than they were when they came out. Weren't they 4.95 when they came out? These are like
I
five
feel
ninety
like it.
five.
I feel like it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And back cover, I love it.
Whoa.
By the way, started using painter tape. It's like
Oh,
really great when you got to reopen stuff.
yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I mean, it looks ugly on the back, but like, whatever.
Hmm.
Whatever. Justice League, first appearance of Silver Age Black Canary foil cover.
Is this a forced perspective or is she gigantic?
It
It's
is
a little
forced
confusing.
perspective.
I know it's a
It
little
is a,
confusing though, right?
it is confusing because you got Adam already small, and then everyone else, lined up behind him.
You're screwing
Didn't
everything up, Adam.
didn't they know about forced perspective back then?
Ooh, there's a cover I should find. There's a cover of X-Men that bothers me. Reminds me of this cover.
I,
I'll have to come back to it. See how Batman's just kind of like sitting there? Like there's a
yeah.
it's I think it's there's a Art T Bear X-Men comic where I think everyone looks like they're beat up, but then like Cyclops is just sitting there like, hello. Like he doesn't look
Are
like he's
you
hurt.
are you talking about the couple issues right after Jim Lee?
Yeah. It's like number
Okay.
12 or something like that. I'm just like, you
Yeah.
okay, Cyclops? I just got a new copy of it, and I'm just like, what is he doing? He seems fine. Like Batman kind of seems like he's like, what's up, girl? You know? Everybody else is all jacked up. I mean, he's looking at those fishnets. He's like, all right.
Yeah. Here's another case of a dollar comic and
Do you have the newsstand of
E2.
this also? Remember the newsstand,
I
which is
do
non-foil,
have it, and it looks good. Mirror
which is
coat.
colored. It's like a weird coloring, right? It's like
Yeah.
a,
This is the only I think mirror coat. What's cool is the back's got a mirror coated border.
was it? I don't know if I remember that. Oh my
Yep.
God. This
And that of
blood's for
course
you.
this blood's for you. Mind you, that image was not used in Deathmate Red. So another case of the ad. Original art ad. We love original art ads here. This is like one of the favorite things of this show.
Yeah. Yeah, like even like the death mate, like red. You know what I mean? It just kind of, it's just funny. You know,
Yeah.
I love it.
Union,
This is
another.
the best cover.
It is great. It is
This is the
beautiful.
best cover.
This is hollow foil, by the way. This is a step
Yeah.
above foil. This is hollow foil. This is 1994. You know, really great text artwork. It's a really good looking comic. It mirrors Supreme because Stormwatch shows up to take him out as he arrives to Earth. I'm like, how funny! It's like the same story.
What did this come out as Sabretooth was coming out, or what was the deal on this? What was the scheduling thing on this?
I feel like they came out the same time. I think he did this first, and then this was held up due to the fact that they maybe hollow foil was new, and I
Mhm.
think the cover held it up, so it came out the same time as Sabretooth. But he did this first. He left Wolverine, did Union, and then went back to Sabretooth.
Sabretooth's okay, but I feel like it didn't look, it never looked finished to me. Sabretooth series. It never looked like it was done.
I could agree with that. There are certain parts of it that look great and certain parts of it that do not.
Yeah.
It's still good. I still like it.
Yeah.
Look at the back cover, an unused ad. Max number
Oh.
5. This is the original cover to Max number 5.
Oh,
It's a
really?
great cover.
This is a
Yeah.
different cover than I don't know if I remember that.
Yep. 100%. This is
It's
not
funny
used.
looking at it. I was like, oh, do you have like a special version that has no price? No. How do
Nope.
you
Just the back
unuse
cover.
something? How do you unuse a cover like that? Like, yeah, this
Uh,
is no good. This is no good.
you mark a lot. A lot of early image books change the covers.
Hmm. Yeah, a
And
lot of
I'm
the
a
inside image stuff. Yeah.
Blockcast 25. Really nice book. Great artwork inside. Dave Johnson, Travis Charest, just a little bit of Jim Lee.
Double-sided.
Hold on a second.
This cover's amazingly dark.
My audio just changed to
Uh-oh. Here we go.
the Yeti speaker. I don't know why. Speaker. Microphone.
X it up.
Right, you can hear me fine, right, Mark?
Yeah, you sound the same. Can
I
you hear
can't
me?
hear you.
I got a new like
Pull this out, dude.
headset for
There we
work.
go. It's back.
Yeah, I got a new headset for work, and I like it's too heavy. It's like it's wireless, but I it's too heavy, and I don't like that I can't hear myself. So I went back to this. Same thing with the
Okay.
keyboard. I bought this like expensive keyboard.
Yeah.
I went back to my old keyboard. It's so dumb. Like
All
I
right.
keep trying to tweak stuff. So
All right. Let's exit back in now. Okay. And again, I love these. I love these clear plastic backings because you could all these double, all these not gatefold covers, double page covers, spread covers. What do you call covers that are both sides of the comic?
double spread.
Hmm.
I
Maybe.
don't know.
No.
Gatefold.
There's another name for it. It's not gatefold because gatefold implies that it folds.
Oh yeah.
So
This is
anyway,
a what do you call this foil?
that's a
Foiled again
good.
with Rob.
I know, man. Another dollar comic foil. It's almost like a weird tactile feel to it. Not as
Yeah.
tactile as like Guardians 25, but
Mm.
neat nevertheless. Pure J Lee. Guess what? That wasn't used either, Mark.
Boom,
That's
unused.
that's not the cover to the Wildcat special.
No, isn't it weird when I was looking at it because I grabbed a bunch of Dark Stars, right? I don't remember. I think I have a Dark Stars one, but I grabbed another one just because I wasn't sure. It was 50 cents. But he doesn't do the cover. He does the cover, the middle, and then they put like pieces of the art from the inside on the outside cover. It's really weird. They have Larry Stroman art is on number one,
That's weird.
the cover on the side. So I wonder if there was like temp art. I don't know. I gotta look at the ads on that one.
I
But
forgot
it's
that Steve
weird.
Gerber wrote that.
Steve Gerber wrote this. Oh, I forgot that too. I don't remember that story at all.
I don't either. All I know is
Wow.
that Travis Ray got stolen from Liefeld. Travis Ray was all set to do a Youngblood yearbook, and Jim Lee came and like, obviously he wanted to work for Jim Lee more because he was already aping his style,
Hmm.
and he went with Jim Lee.
Boom.
There. Foiled again, hollow foiled.
This one, you're totally foiled because this is just cover. I think it's just on the front, right?
Correct. It's foil on the front, not on the back, but it's the continuation of the cover. What are you
Bad news. What
doing?
happened, Top Cow? How much was this?
That's bad news bears.
395.
395 in like 1993 money.
Been like,
Guess
come on, man.
guess what?
Not great.
Guess what it cost me, Mark?
Woo. $1.
$1. $1. This
Where'd you
cost
get
me.
that? You got that at the
No, this one I had to get on eBay. It's got a little bend in it, so it was like 10, but normally it's like a $50 to $100 book.
Mecha Neck. Oh, that's a
Neck and
good one.
neck, dude. Yeah, this is from the 2002 He-Man line.
That's Santa Lucia.
Yeah, and Emiliano Santalucia.
Whoa.
Fun stuff, dude.
Yeah,
I
that's
love it.
good. There's a lot of characters on here.
Yeah,
Hmm. That's a good one. Mecha Neck, baby. Look at that merman.
gotta love Merman. Look at that, two Mermans.
You got
This
this
is a
at
pr-
you
this is
got
a
this
pricier one too. Yeah, this is an eBay one. This was in
okay.
fact, it's actually an eBay exclusive. I didn't put the back cover on this one because it's boring, but it was a Superman. I forget what it is. Whatever. It's Jim Lee doing Neil Adams, doing Joe Schuster, breaking the
Nah.
chains. This is Dan Moore, cover to Action Comics 1051, foil cover. And I'm kind of digging. Like, I just all of a sudden, the past week or two, I'm like, you know what? Let me grab the Jim Lee and Dan Moore Superman foils. What few there are. There's less than 10 each, and they're not expensive.
1051 was after, I guess, all the House of L stuff, right? Or pre House of L, because they got like the twins on there and stuff.
Hmm.
That's when everyone's kind of unified,
Right, right.
uniformed, uniformed.
This is the new Bud Root sketchbook, magazine size, just
Oh, nice.
chock full of Bud Root.
Jeez, that's a
I
lot of
know.
detail, Bud Root.
He loves. It's so weird to me that he never just broke into comics. Like, really. Like, there's so much stuff they could have had him do. He's got this Art Adams style. He's got this detail style down. He's like one of the probably top 10 best Godzilla artists. He just draws dinosaurs and Godzilla and
Mhm.
buxom beauties. Like, that's his like whole deal.
Buxom beauties.
He loves it. He loves it.
Whoop. They're more. Yeah, see, this is so much cleaner than his early work, you know? I'm used to seeing, because I'm literally used to seeing some of the originals because they've been coming through a couple collections at the store. So I haven't seen his stuff in like 2020. I probably see his stuff in 2000 or 98. You know what I mean? Like that's the stuff I
Okay.
see. This is in that. Is this in there?
Yeah, is that's in there.
Hmm, interesting.
I figured to share a page, or I think I showed the back cover, Vampirella,
Jeez. Where'd you get that?
from him, and that's a little plate that came with it.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I've always gotten his sketchbooks. Like I've always got along with him. Nice guy. He lives I think he lives in Virginia. So he used to show up in Baltimore every year. So I had a whole collection.
Great.
Yeah. He just loves to draw stuff, man. All sorts of wacky stuff.
Splat.
And here's where this whole thing goes to plat. Plat, plat, plat. So I got profit 4. Profit 5? What? No way. What? Profit 6? No way.
725. You spent 725
I
on that.
I did not. I just happened to it was in a real crappy bag. So I put it in a better bag. It just happens to have a price sticker on it.
Hmm. You're just filling in your plats.
Just probably gonna flip them. I got all the plats, but I'm like, when you start to see them in a row, it just kind of looks cool. And people always complain they can't find them.
That's crazy. I see them everywhere. I gotta start flipping them. Flip yeah.
Yeah,
Flip
why not?
yeah. All right. Right.
This
Right. Right.
is a particularly fun find for me. It's Noble Causes Volume 2, 3, and 4. I have all the issues, have most of these digitally. But what's interesting is Volume 3, that miniseries is in black and white. And when he went and did this trade, he colored them. Colored them for the trade. You can't get these trades digitally for some reason. Don't know why.
Hmm.
Um, so the guy who drew this series, Fran Bueno, what's the name was looking for an artist for the job. And Kirk was like, hey, there's this Otley guy, Jay Farber. You should use Otley for noble causes. And he's like, okay. But then he ends up not using Otley. He finds this Fran Bueno guy, kind of likes him better. And then Corey Walker leaves, and he goes, by chance, Otley didn't find another job. So, like, we almost didn't have Otley for Invincible. That's a different world, huh?
Yeah. That's the whole thing. I think it's so funny that he had like the same story with two different artists. Like he had like artists that did like the first 6 or 7 issues. You know what I mean? Like they just did like the
Yeah.
first bit, and then they found an artist that becomes almost the signature. It probably Walking Dead, yes, because that was so many issues more. But when did Because Walker did 12. He
7?
did only did 7.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
total under 20, because he did come back and do fill ins and,
Yeah.
backups. And, he stayed in the Invincible universe, kind of. But you know what's funny? Here's what's funny, Mark. They both left to do Fear Agent. When Fear Agent was originally solicited, it was supposed to be 6 issues by Tony Moore, 6 issues by Corey Walker. And there was a Fear Agent Ashcan, or preview comic, that has Corey Walker pages.
Oh, I've
But
never
Corey
seen that.
Walker never ended up committing to the book. So it's just kind of funny. Both artists leave Kirkman to go do a book with Remender. Weird.
Did it again.
Did it
Okay.
again.
All
That
right.
other Noble Causes trade, Volume 3, has a backup story that's not in any of the comics too. So it's like kind of worth getting these trades. And they were $1. I mean, they all have stickers on the back. The Supermans don't have stickers on the back, but these ones do, and I can't get them off. Which is fine. I wasn't planning on selling them anyway.
You'll sell them. You
Now
sell
I'm gonna get
everything.
Bedrock. Boom. What was that, Thunder? Interesting. So, all about this new Bedrock comic. I'm thinking it's going to be good. It's live. It's Seth DeMoose. I really like Seth DeMoose's artwork. I think
You
it's going to
have
be a fun
this.
book. The Ashcan, yes.
The Hellboy 1 homage.
It, yeah, he loves homaging stuff, dude.
Seed of Destruction.
And this is
Was
me just trying to help Liefeld promote the book. All the covers, Liefeld's, Brett Bean, smart move. Youngblood Strike file number 4. Then you scroll down a little bit, or scroll up. Anyway,
what exactly?
I think I showed the. I love this.
Wait, moved on with this?
Down one more. There we go. Did we talk about that? June
I
21st.
feel
No, we
like we
didn't.
did.
Did we? Did we talk about it on the show? This is
Huh.
a. This is you can get this off the Liefeld website. Not anymore. Holofoil regular black and white edition. Laid out by Liefeld. Bedrock penciled by Liefeld. Profit penciled and inked by Platt. Platt goes back and inks Bedrock, and then Liefeld does more inking on top of it. So it's inks on inks on inks.
What was
And it was a hero, I think it was a hero magazine or a fan magazine cover.
is that coming out now? What was available on
He's
Robert Life
he's putting
Creations?
he's kind of doing that for a Bedrock. It's like a San Diego exclusive, I think,
Oh, I see.
but also
Okay.
you can get it through a store. Look at this, Steve Ditko drawing Superman. Hey Mark,
Mr. A
Superman
back there.
400.
Is that Mr. A?
Oh man, it's good. Or Archie.
Yeah, I don't know. It's real weird.
I don't know, but Superman 400 sure would be nice if we got a facsimile edition of it.
Nope. Not yet.
Nope,
We're getting it.
not yet. This went super viral for me. 16,000 views on this thing.
Oh, it's crazy.
That is crazy. I guess nobody has seen Bruce Timm draw He-Man and Skeletor in the past 40 years.
Bruce Timm's history with he was the colorist on some of these.
He was a colorist on some of the mini comics. I don't know if you got to pencil them or not, but when he takes over penciling, or when he takes over colors, it's drastically different.
Hmm.
I think he might have drew one or two, and they're really nice looking.
I never got those collections. I have them digitally, but is this mine?
Yes,
It's mine. It's my brigade.
that is your brigade. It's your brigade,
That's
Mark.
mine. It's mine.
Actually, you know what?
Or
Okay,
it's
we'll
not.
just go with it.
Paul Scott.
Paul Scott inks, dude. So every day, I look at this. I called him inked by legendary mythological inker Paul Scott. So every day, I'm like just bragging on Paul Scott. Paul Scott, the firefighter or the arsonist. Paul Scott, hashtag where's Paul Scott's body. I'm just like doubling down on Paul Scott.
Who's this?
That is a piece of the Youngblood 1987 cover, where there's a team called Team Brigade, who was like it was kind of like the blood pool of Youngblood. They're the people training to be members of Youngblood, so they call them the Team Brigade.
Teen Brigade.
So yeah, but look, that's all Brigade. That's Cold Snap and Thermal. It's all the characters you
Brigade
know.
before Brigade.
It's true.
Mike Grell. I never liked
Like
this. I never liked this. It's fine.
it's a little weird. His nose is a little not right, which is funny because we were just talking about Mike Grell earlier.
This looks better. I don't know. It looks a little bit better because maybe it's too muddy. Maybe the coloring's too muddy. Not sure.
Oh,
Not sure.
DC's printing wasn't real good back then either.
No.
Brian Hitch. Brian Hitch doing New Adventures of He-Man style He-Man.
That was which He-Man? That was He-Man before.
That was 1990s He-Man or 1990 He-Man.
Hmm.
Now these are the
Battlestar. Battlestone.
Battlestone. These are the cards that came with
John
Brigade
Stone.
1. So here's a question. Who inked these?
Paul Scott.
No. Um, they never listed who inked the first two cards. But I would not be surprised if the first one. Do you think the first one could be Jim Lee?
No, he ain't touching it. I don't know. I see what you're saying.
I think that's Jim Lee.
Hmm.
Because later ones are done by McFarlane and Portaccio.
On Mara Michaels?
Yes.
That's crazy. That seems like it shouldn't be.
Which makes her. This is
Paul
cool.
Scott again.
This is Paul Scott. Again, Murad. This is a promotional piece for Brigade. I think I have the color version up there too somewhere. Maybe click to the right or left.
Paul Scott is who? Paul Scott is Liefeld, basically, right?
Paul Scott is Liefeld. Liefeld had this idea where he wanted to build up Marat, but he knew if he inked Marat, people would just go, "Oh, it's just Liefeld making Marat popular." So he decided to use a pseudonym. This way, people go, "Okay, Scott's inking him, so it's more Marat." It makes sense, and I'm like, all right, yeah, it makes sense because he wanted to legit, like he could have signed his name on it and it would have sold. These books only sold because they were Liefeld to begin with.
He has Brian Murray colors.
Yes,
Brian Murray.
I dig it. This is cool. Chris Pichello, Bacalo to you, doing He-Man 2000X. That's the snake armor He-Man, where he's about to fight the Horde. Yeah, man, Chris Pichello He-Man. I dig it.
Where was that from?
It's in the card set that came with the DVDs.
Oh,
Bill
I
Sienkiewicz.
I never liked this one.
It's dynamic, but it's not a
It's
full
nothing.
usage of what you want to see. You want to see more.
It's nothing. Well, I mean, you could say that it's revolutionary
It's very
or it
cool.
sucks. I don't remember ever seeing this.
Yeah, another awesome ad. Rot and Paul Scott.
Paul Scott again. Did you get
But
the
look,
Brigade poster?
no. And I don't think anybody ever did. But that poster, you can clearly see that it was colored by Brian Murray. So I've never seen that poster in color by Brian Murray. And I want to. And you know, that Shaft shirt, which I do have a card of that and a copy of the original art, I don't know. He should probably use that for a new Youngblood cover at some point.
How do you know that it was in Brian Murray colors in this? Or you
Because
don't know?
he was the only one coloring Brigade and Youngblood back then. You can see the poster is a scan of a color image.
Oh, I see. Right.
And when I brought it up, Liefeld's like, yes. Boris Vallejo and Julie Bell. That's an epic He-Man painting. Look at that.
I can't tell.
Glow.
I can't tell the scale of. I can't tell which Battle Cat in Walmart is $20. There's one for 1997, but I can't tell if it's a smaller one for like the slightly smaller figures, or you know what I mean? Like they haven't discounted the He-Man figures. The $30 ones. The 10.99, 12.99 are now 9.97. Once it goes to 7, that's means they keep marking it down.
Gotcha.
So, but I've stopped by Walmart today to see if anything got more. The Skeletor ones, I've never seen the Skeletor deluxe one in stores. So someone has to be buying the Skeletor ones. There's a ton of He-Man. There's a ton of Man-at-Arms. There's no Teela's now. Teela's are all gone. Oh, I see what you're saying. Brian Murray, Brian Murray. I get it. I
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah,
Darker
that's the
Brian
original.
Murray.
Yeah, that's the original one I found. And then I found it better. Then I just scanned it myself. I probably scan your what that one below is probably the scan from your book.
Mine.
Look at this. An unused ad for Brigade.
Hmm. Who ain't that?
I don't know if that's Paul Scott or not. It looks like it. It looks like part of it's Paul Scott.
Rob Liefeld. It's Paul Scott. There's no Paul Scott, just to be clear.
Just to be clear. Just to be
Just to be
clear.
clear.
Cully Hamner doing that He-Man 2000X line. They got a lot of really good artists doing stuff for this. We love this. We love
Yeah.
this Walt Simonson Superman special.
Yeah, I just gave one of these to DeLuca. I had an extra.
Oh,
That's a
good.
bright. That's bright. That and I feel like is it Legacy of Superman? There's a is that right? Is it there's a Legacy of Superman one shot that I think that has the first 5 pages are Simonson, which I'm not sure if it's this
Is that
continuity
is
or
that
not.
the Art Adams cover?
Art Adams cover, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a right around that time there was Team Luthor, right? The Team Luthor, the Supergirl Team Luthor special,
Mhm.
and Legacy of Superman. Those were the two like oversight and pretty good throughout both of them. There's a Rose and Thorn story. Both of those specials are pretty pretty good. What's this shit?
Oh, scans of the pencils by Pure Marat of Brigade number 2, page 9. Or no, that's number 1, page 9. These are the inks by Paul Scott, not Norm Rapman.
Thanks by Rob Liefeld.
Inks by Rob Liefeld. Yes,
Paul Scott's not a real person. Just want to be
Paul
clear.
Scott. Great Scott.
Just have to keep saying.
Primary colors. That's me just running it through a filter, cleaning it up. Just trying to make it look digital. Which isn't bad. That's a scan. I just scanned 300 DPI scan. That's
Hmm.
me trying to make it look like something you could print today. It's not as clear as I want it to be. It's not 300 DPI,
Right.
but it looks clear. You know, it looks like something that would be published today.
Yeah, it's better. It's better. I like
I just
that
wish it were.
I like that the gradients didn't like they didn't it didn't pull them together. I
Yes,
think that's better.
that's 100% what I. That's what I like. Give me the gradients. Give me all the weird light shine sources and banding. Give me that banding.
Yeah, it's weird if that's like because I feel like let me see. Let me look at that dick. Okay. Look at that dick.
He's got it. Sean Alexander.
Jason Sean Alexander.
Jason Shawn Alexander,
You know,
which is
was it,
still
I feel like I met him when it went. I'm trying to think what was it when Channel. There was an initial Section 8. There was a book called Section 8, I believe, that was like a Channel Zero prototype. And I showed it to him like at a con, and I was like, "Oh, this was kind of." He's like, not a lot of people have that. If that's the book I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure I still have a copy of it. And I feel like when I walked away, I didn't get that one signed, or he refused to sign it. A lot of times, there's stuff that Brubaker had an interview this week. Apparently, Brubaker did um, Gumby 3D. He inked Gumby 3D.
did he?
Yeah, and then like, so I gotta see if I can find that. But he says, I think something when he sees it, he's like, he tries to buy it off people. He's like, don't, I'm not signing this. Like, I'll buy it off of you. Can I buy it off of you? And like, why are you mad about inking like Gumby 3? And he says it like it was like co-written by Art Clokey and stuff too. So it's kind of crazy.
I just took
And
a
then
page. I just wanted to show a random page of Walt Simonson's awesomeness. Because the whole reason I'm doing this book is to get to the pinups. But like, man, I really could have used more Simonson Superman.
yeah, it's weird. It's weird that there is not, it's not a lot.
Just the
That's from,
old. I think this is from Comic Shop News. That wasn't used. That's Murat Michaels, Pencil and Inks.
oh, in the
Nine.
moon.
Look at that, 91, dude. 91. He drew that before Image was even announced.
Wow.
This is Liefeld's designs for that brigade. He should finish this and make this into a cover, but this is his brigade designs.
With Iceman up there?
Yes, Cold Snap can do Iceman powers.
Colts.
Cold Snap.
Oh boy.
Little Colleen Durand, Princess of Power.
I feel like I saw a She-Ra Barbie and I saw like an ad for it. It looked like awesome. It looked like really good. Like it looked really cool, you know. I keep checking the Mattel Creations to see if they'll ever like discount that James Jean $100
Oh, right.
super
Oh, yeah.
expensive. So far still $100, but I'm like been out for a little while. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's been out for like 3 months. I think the Skeletor is a little bit bigger, a little bit better. I always hated this though. Hate it.
It's like, dude, you just did Weapon X and you're given a stat. Like the thing you did before this was Weapon X.
Is that right?
Yeah. So this is the awesome pinup. I love this pinup. Double page splash. 8 by Scott. This is just 100% live. I don't know if Murat did anything, and this is me trying to clean it up. Not bad. You know, trying to make it seamlessly one giant image.
Mm. That grok, you grokked it.
No
Ooh,
comment. Oh yeah,
Ringo.
Ringo. That is I forget the other characters' names. I wrote it on a thing.
Was that a card? Was that one like
Yeah,
the cards in
this
the?
was another card that came with the DVD sets. I'm not that familiar with the other She-Ra characters. Cool that you got a Frank Miller in 1992. Superman.
So where would that be in when did Sin City come out?
90, 90? 91?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's definitely in the middle of Sin City, but like early Sin City.
Yeah.
That's just an interview with Murat by Hank Canals. Hank Canals interviewing Murat Michaels. And
Yeah,
he
so
talks
this
about
is
like
him. This is him talking about like the two by they blow up the layouts
such
and
a weird way to
transfer
do
them.
it, but
And
it
transfer
works.
them to Bristol on a light table. And then Rob would take the pencil, take that and pencil the page. So
And
so it would be like a rough pencil by Marat, right? Basically.
well, for Brigade, it was it was Liefeld would do the layouts, Murat would blow it up, pencil it, and then Liefeld would ink it. But Liefeld did the
Paul
same thing with
Scott would ink.
Liefeld still does this. He still pencils it small, blows it up, but now instead of a light table, he just prints it out. He's got a blue line printer, and it prints it
Mm,
out on original artboard, and then he just pencils it and then inks it.
right. Yeah, that's the
There's
way. Well, that's the way that Sean Phillips does it too. He prints it on the like he'll I think he lays it out and then I think I'm trying to think how he does it. I forget. Then he gets it printed. Then he prints the letters or something. Then prints it back out. Forget exactly how it all works. And then he prints it out and then inks it. So I feel like the lettering on the page is actually lettering they did on the computer. Like he blocks it,
Gotcha.
blocks it out.
And it's funny because Hank and Al talks about the two books he's working on, and I don't know if any of them happened, whether through Image or anywhere.
Right? Does he say what books they are? He's just
I
saying
think one was called like Masquerade. I forget what the other one was called.
nowhere, nowhere Hanky
Nowhere.
Now's.
Jacques. I think her name's Shadow Weaver. Jock '06. That's 20 years old.
Hmm.
This one's what Kurt Swan, inked by RT
Art
Bear.
T Bear. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a neat combination.
Clean it up, Art. Oh shit. I forgot about this.
Yeah, Tiger Files. Tom Artis and Doug Rice. It's got a lot of.
Come on, man.
I started talking to Tony Fleeks about this. Because he started commenting, and I don't know if he commented here or he commented on Blue Sky. But what is this book, man? I want this book still. I still want this book.
Yeah, we
It's a
should find
jungle
out.
out
We
there.
should find. We should get a Tiger File Zero.
That's right.
I forgot. I forgot all about this.
Well, because Tom Artis is dead.
Oh,
I know. But I think Doug Rice is still alive, so.
Tom Artist drew what though? I'm trying to remember. Like his was it?
I forget. I did know.
Yeah.
But look, inks by Alvey, colors by Paul Mounts. What's up?
Well, Doug Rice was that's like
He
Dynamo
worked.
Joe and yeah, there's a couple things
Yes.
he did.
Yeah.
And Manhunter. That was a great
Nice.
cover, man. That was cover.
That was a good cover. Is that more Paul Scott?
It's the mini Paul Scott inks.
Paul Scott. This was a variant cover, but Darwin Cook, dude. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, when he did all those like widescreen variants for DC, like those command at least a 10. They're all $10 books, basically. If you ever find them in the wild, they're not available. They're not available. I do think that they were my arch nemesis, Michael Golden.
Michael Golden. Not nice to you. Kind of weird on pricing for
Yeah,
signatures.
just not that friendly. Not friendly. Dan
Look,
Fragaboom.
this is Dan Fraga. This is Dan Fraga. Like he wasn't quite hired yet to do Blood Strike, but he was working his way there. So good for him. Doing
Ooh,
this brigade pinup that did not see print, which I don't see why not. And look at that.
signed by Paul Scott, but not inked by Paul Scott.
Not no, isn't that weird? Like he was all ready to ink it, and then he never inked it.
Yeah, but I feel like that even that second, I feel like whoever had the book signed the Scott. You know
Or
what I
maybe,
mean?
maybe. Liefeld said he's never signed a comic Paul Scott.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
can tell because you can tell that like it's Marat's like signing on the other ones.
this is cool. Karan Grant drawn a 2000 XT man line.
Yeah,
Karan Grant.
where's Kieran Grant at? He did Kaboom Volume 2, right? And he had a good run on Iron Man that
Yes,
Casada wrote. I liked his Iron Man design. It was real
it's good.
John J. Muth.
John J. Muth, yeah. Wacky cover. Or wacky pinup, I mean.
Was that no plate for that one?
Nah, no play for that one.
Oh,
Kind of a letdown, isn't it?
well, yeah. Look at that.
I always liked that, dude. For some reason, it just always looked cool to me.
It's not finished.
That awesome. It's not finished,
He
but if
forgot.
you go to the right, you can see the original art to it, where you can see that it's really not finished.
Well, it was notated.
It was always an idea. It was always an idea to like do something weird with it. That's from issue 2, page 9. That's funny. The two
Thermal.
pieces of original art I have for Brigade are both page 9.
Hmm.
Thermal. I'm glad he stuck to his name. I don't know
Nathan
this guy, Nathan Birch. Birch. Like it sounds
Birch.
familiar, but I don't look it up. That's a Glimmer and Queen Angela or Angelus. I forget. Angela. I don't know these
Angela.
She-Ra characters. I had to look them all up.
Yeah, I don't know. Glimmer. Early Jeff Darrow. That was probably one of the first ones I think I saw Jeff Darrow.
It's like this and like a Spawn pinup he did around the same time. Uh, if you look down below, the bottom window is Batman reading a newspaper.
There's a pretty, I think his newest issue came out this week, and it was
Yes,
on,
it did.
and then
I didn't read it
iFanboy
yet.
talked about it, and one guy loved it, and one guy completely hated it. He says, "I hate this." Like he was straight up like, he's like, "I don't want an old 70-year-old man talk about AI," I never liked this character, and I was like, "I agree, I totally agree." I could never read Shaolin Cowboy. It made me insane.
I tried. I still
It's
try. I've
tough.
read everything so far.
I don't know how you do it. Don't know how you do it.
Me going on a rant, super disappointed in the world for not giving us a new treasury size bicentennial comic. We couldn't even get a reprint of this book with a nice foil cover for me.
Nope.
Marvel reprinted it like 5 years ago, something like I don't know why they did it 5 years ago.
Yeah, but it wasn't this size. It was like a weird, it was a slightly
It's
smaller size.
it doesn't make sense. Like you and I, you were fine if you want to make a treasury size comic out of a regular comic and keep it thinner. We get that.
Mhm.
That's proper proportions. But to shrink this down, you're just giving us more gutter up top.
Right. Don't do that.
Don't do it. All right. And I posted this. I got a lot of people really like this on the live forum. I've always wanted to see somebody else take this on. So instead
Right.
of Captain America's bicentennial battles, it's Die Hard's quarter millennial quarrels. And this looks really good. The logo looks really
I
good.
love
The
this.
Image
Yeah.
Comics Treasury Special, like everything about this, I really dig. And I
I like
really like his
I like the
shield
shield. Yeah, that
there
shield rolls.
because that's kind of how it looked in Strike File. Yeah, you
Right,
like
right, right.
power it up and throw it, or Youngblood 4. I think he does it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I love this. I think this is awesome.
thanks.
Do it.
It's I dig it.
Draw it.
Liefeld mentioned that he goes the next major epic he wants to do is Airborne. He goes that's the biggest epic he's got to tell before he stops doing comics. Holofoil, holla.
This is the
So
flip of what?
Brigade remastered, the dark
Hmm.
cover, dark and bloody, and fun glow in the dark cover.
Wow.
I took that picture in the laundry room because it's like the darkest room in the house.
Wow. What's
Wow,
glow in the dark in this?
everything.
Wow.
The whole thing's glow in the dark. It's
Huh.
just different variations of glow in the dark. That's the way a lot
Interesting.
of modern glow in the dark covers are now. So
Yeah,
yeah. So anyway,
I
so
have
like
a
you,
Conan one.
so like you said, this is on the back of Brigade Remaster #1. But the news is, people, he's doing a part 2 preview on the back of Bedrock #2. So that's the reason to get your Bedrock #2.
Hairborn.
Airborne part 2.
That's a good olive oil.
Yes, and the front holofoil too. All these like are
The front profit. What's the profit front on that one?
what was that?
What's the front on the profit?
Oh, it's
Is it
I think that one the holofoil is a it's the Liefeld #1 cover but painted or no Tom Mason. It's a Tom Mason recolor of the original cover to Brigade #1. But also I have a second one that's a holofoil of Tyler Kirkham's Battlestone that Liefeld actually inked.
hmm. Gotta put that up there.
I should. All right. The Brigade cards that came with #2. This is inked by Will Spartaccio. And once I say it, you can see it. And that's inked by, come on, I don't got to tell you.
Paul Scott.
No. Erik Larsen. Erik Larsen.
Our
And once and
boy.
once once I say it, you can see it.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. It's not as obvious, I think, as you think it is. I guess so.
I don't know. I'm just a Larsen.
How did he get that? How did he get that done?
He got all the founders to do different cards for that Brigade miniseries. Gene Ha, He-Man, Fake Gore,
Faker.
Merman.
But the faker in the car, this is fa is
It's a trick because in the toy is blue. In the
yeah.
cartoon, he was He-Man colored.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the way it's lit, you can't quite tell what it is.
Good job, Gina.
Good job, Gene Ha. I posted this before, but since I was doing this series of pinups anyway, Todd McFarlane Superman. What's funny is I'm always like, I've always wanted to see more McFarlane Superman. Liefeld's like, if I were to see McFarlane draw one DC comic, I'd like to see him draw Superman. I'm like, yeah, that would be neat.
Wagers
and
your man
that's
in
in
Invasion.
Invasion. Yes,
Yeah, but not much. Not much.
not much.
Couple headshots, maybe a medium shot, and then where he's flying with
The
everyone
one,
behind
yeah,
him.
the one
That's
that
it.
they actually, they made a foil cover of that pinup.
For what?
I want to say it's a store exclusive, but it wasn't like expensive because I got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Foil it again. You gotta foil it again.
I
You
do.
gotta
I do
add it.
got. I do got to catch up on my foiled again stuff.
Foiled again.
So
Well,
that is all my ex
what did
Twitter.
we learn today? We learned that, and I kind of have this argument. I feel like me and you would have this argument. I think I'm just over, I don't want anything bad to happen to these creators or anything, right? But you know, I feel like they should stop working. It's like a terrible thing to say.
Most who are you talking to? Because most of them have.
I don't know. I guess I just don't I dislike the Larson stuff like to such an extent. I just don't like it. I
Dude,
just don't like it.
he's down to
He's not quite Bill Cosby in it. Like I can't enjoy any Bill Cosby now. It's over. I can't attach myself to liking like I never really cared about Woody Allen, but like I like Midnight in Paris like so much. I think it's like perfect. Like it's a
Mark. You
perfect
got to think of it
movie.
like this way. Larson is a fan of all comics, and he does like R. Crumb stuff too. You just got to think of it like that. This is Jack Kirby meeting R. Crumb.
Yeah, but to me it's not I don't know. I don't know. I
Listen, there's
just
no kids reading Dragon, and there hasn't been a kid reading a Dragon since we were kids, and we weren't even
What do we think the
kids.
print run on Dragon is right now?
4 to 5,
4,000.
yeah, 4 to 5,000.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
it goes up sometimes. He'll start to build up. Every once in a while, he starts building up to like higher numbers, and then he always drops the ball. It kills me. He's done it like 3 or 4 times the past 8 years. It's like, oh, something's happening. Dragon's starting to build up again. People are talking about it. Boom, 6 issues.
Yeah.
6 months go by without an issue.
Right.
He's done this legit 3 or 4 times. He'll
Yep.
start building up a momentum, and then he'll just drop the ball.
Yep. Oh,
So
here comes the rain. Here comes the rain, everybody. Here comes the sun. To me, it's just, I feel like, as we're going into like the summer, and I feel like I didn't see the last Spielberg. Nobody really, you saw that? You saw
no,
Disclosure Day? No,
no, no.
no one really liked it. Some people really hated it. I know a couple people that really hate it. And I just feel like even when it was coming up, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I could use a good Spielberg. But then when I go back and I feel like I'm going through and I'm like, here's the Spielberg that I like. Now if I can count the number of movies, the bad number is just going. Like I need them to stop making Lord of the Rings movies, right? They just well, they just cast Andy Taylor-Joy to be like an elf. Okay, got it. You know what I mean?
That
Like
makes total sense, and she's
yeah, it's the
100%
peak of
excited about it.
human perfection. She's excited about it. I really like Furiosa, so that's interesting.
Mhm.
I think that's was really good. So I was a little upset that not a lot of people like. I don't know. There's certain things. So I'm kind of over. Like I feel obligated. Oh, the new Nolan movie because I gotta see it. Like I didn't finish Tenet. I can't stand Tenet. I think Tenet
Tenet's
sucks.
the only one that nobody. That's the only Nolan film I haven't seen, and
I
there's
won't see.
no
I'm not
rush
seeing
for
the
me to
Odyssey. I'm
see it.
out.
Yeah, but Oppenheimer was like awesome.
Oppenheimer was fine, but they just didn't lean into the parts where I feel it was creative. The only part I like in Oppenheimer is the part where he walks into the barn and the barn explodes slowly and everything like that. They should have had more. I know they should have just done more nightmare stuff. They should have had a lot more like just the magical realism, like what's reality. I really think
and
that they should have delved into his like depression
and
more.
more Florence Pugh.
Yeah, I bet none of that did
Pew
anything for it.
pew pew pew
It was
pew.
it was just very I don't know. That was all that stuff was just super unsexy too. It just wasn't anything.
Right.
But to me, like I feel like he gets such a fucking pass all the time. I just feel like he gets a pass. Like really. Like what was the last movie? Like The Dark Knight, and how long ago was that? That's the best. And even then, if you remember, it wasn't necessarily out of the theater because I don't think we saw Dark Knight together. But I had problems with Dark Knight. If you remember, I would be like, "There's like five movies. There's too many endings. Like there's
Are
too
you,
many.
you're talking about
There's
you're talking about The second movie, the Dark
Yeah,
Knight
yeah.
movie, not
I'm
Dark
talking
Knight
about
Rises.
yeah. Dark Knight Rises is horrible. I hate Dark Knight Rises. It
Okay.
sucks. But like, no, the Dark Knight I have trouble with. I like Batman Begins. I think because
We walked
it's
out
pretty
with
well.
Ian, and Ian was like really anti. Well, he's just anti-cop to begin with, but like he was like, well, "This was a police the movie," or I forget what he said.
It just had seven things. It just like you had so many different like plot endings. You know, you had the guy with the bomb in his belly, and like it just like there was so, and then the people there, and they could be dead. Like there was just like so many movies inside the movie, and people just like again they just kind of breeze over it. They take what they want from it. I don't know. I'm very curious if I think I will when Masters comes out, man. I
I
think I'm going
still
to chop
feel
that
that
up.
Batman Begins is the best Nolan Batman movie.
Mhm. Sure, yeah.
It's the most together. It's the funniest, and it's
Mhm.
not a funny movie. I
Right.
mean, the ending kind of falls apart. It's still cool, but the reasoning is like so dumb. Like we're gonna poison the water supply through steam.
I
Like
feel I
what?
feel they're doing this. I feel
Terrible.
it. Yeah, that was a 1966 concept. That was a Batman 66 concept. I don't really feel that the Batman was that different with the ending with the water and the shit.
Oh, the flood
Oh,
with the flood walls. Yeah, we knew that was like they put that they planted
you
that
don't
early in the
need.
movie,
I know, but
and it was a weird ending. You don't need that ending.
I don't need
I,
it.
I understand you want to do something big. You need to do something big. I don't know if that was it.
I think it would be interesting. To me, it's. I don't know if I need him. Well, there's a strong rumor, and I don't know if this is true or not. There's a strong rumor that he has a gray and blue suit on.
I heard that rumor just today.
Yeah, so that could be interesting. But I feel like that. I'm not sure if people. Did you see the guy that might be Batman? That Tom something or other.
Tim Tom, who's that?
I don't know. There's some newish guy that is rumored that he got cast for Brave and the Bold or whatever, and
Huh.
it's like,
It's
uh,
not the guy from 1923.
no.
Okay.
Mm-mm. That guy's rumored for a bit, and then it's gone.
Yeah, I just seen him in another movie with Kathy Watchett. Maid something or other.
MAID.
No, it's something Maid, like housemaid, or it's what's her name from Euphoria? Sydney Sweeney is like
Oh, okay. The housemaid. Yeah, yeah.
the
Oh, you're talking
housemaid.
about
Yeah,
the guy. Yeah,
that's the
I know
same
that
guy.
guy.
He's the guy
Right,
from
right, right.
1923. But I
Oh,
think
that's
that's
right.
just. Oh, here's what's funny. I think they just announced a sequel for that, and are they releasing it on Doomsday or Secret Wars? They're releasing that sequel. I guess that movie's doing really good. Like I guess on streaming, it's like going crazy.
What, Housemaid?
Yeah.
It's a trilogy. It's a trilogy of books. Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yep.
I
Yep.
wasn't that familiar with the property.
I'm not, but I know that it's a trilogy of books, and supposedly the first one's good, the second one's really bad, or the third one's really bad. One of them is really bad. I know
Yeah.
that. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I think I know that guy. There was a movie that came out that I thought was really good. It was that he was in. I'm trying to remember. It was like a restaurant. I'm trying to remember who the main girl was. I don't know. I'll cut this. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Don't cut it. Let us stammer on like old men.
Nope. We're old men. Get
So
over your dead parents. All right, everyone. Listen.
I'm half over it.
Everyone, focus. Read some comic books. Put some stuff in the chat. Stuff you want us to read. Is Erik Larsen a pervert? Can you separate the man
Oh,
from the Muppet?
did I show you
Can you?
this? Look at a Sabretooth shirt. This was a birthday present from Walt.
Who drew that?
I don't know.
Hmm.
It looks a little bit like Lionel Francis Yu, but it looks like three different people combined.
Looks like Ariel Abetti.
A little bit?
You got to take a picture of it, and then you have to put it into Google, and then Google will
Yes.
find it for
I know.
you. Sometimes,
Google will find it. Maybe.
sometimes. I gotta see if I can find that picture of uh the Larson with Spider-Man with his legs up like that. What's the best thing? I guess I can look at the Michelini omnibus. The
I
Michelini.
feel like that image that you're thinking of, he's wearing black. Is he wearing just straight black? Is there no blue in it? So maybe it's in the Powerless storyline.
I hate that story.
I
I
know
feel like it
because he
was
does.
bi-weekly, and they're like, let's just get this out. He lost his powers, therefore he lost the blue highlights in his legs. Doesn't make any sense.
No.
Doesn't make any sense. Tiger Files, everybody. Let's
Tiger
see if we
Files.
can find if Doug Races has an online presence and be like, do you have any Tiger Files? We want to do a bootleg Tiger Files ash can. Do you have anything? Do you have it? Do you have it in full? I don't need it in color.
Can you give us the Tiger Files?
Paul Mounts. I'll pay Paul Mounts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where's Alve? Alve doing anything right now? Alve.
Let me check. I don't know.
All right, everyone. We'll have the best time, and we'll see everyone